Chapter 3751. It was a crushing defeat. Huang Jingfeng had never expected Great General Lin Fei to be so daring. He killed people just like that. He killed all the higher-ups in one go. He couldn't even stop Lin Fei from killing people. He could only watch as all the higher-ups died without a chance to struggle. For example, the seeds condensed from the space-time energy were all over his body, constantly attacking Huang Jingfeng's soul. It was as if he was walking on the edge of death. One foot was dead, the other was alive. He wasn't an idiot or an idiot. Once these seeds were detonated, he would immediately turn into ashes like these people, and not even his bones would be left. Too cruel. He was a prince. Huang Jingfeng was going crazy. Why wasn't he afraid at all? Once he told his father would definitely send experts to capture Lin Fei. But he didn't dare. He didn't even need to say anything. The seeds would explode. He was doomed. He was completely doomed. It was better to be obedient in front of his own life. A prince wasn't afraid of death? How could that be possible? A prince was even more afraid of death. Great General, as long as you don't kill me, I'll do whatever you say from now on. Huang Jingfeng didn't dare to be angry. He was completely obedient. Everything was put away at this moment. One wrong step and everything else was wrong. If Huang Jingfeng knew that his strength had increased in 1,000 years, he wouldn't have dared to be so brazen. He would have played himself to death. Don't act tough if you don't have the strength. Do you understand? Lin Fei smiled. You should be glad that you're a prince. Otherwise, Huang Jingfeng nodded. To be able to suppress these people in an instant, how could he not guess the great general's strength? He was definitely at the immortal realm. He could rival those immortal realm experts for many years. You deal with the rest, Lin Fei said. I don't want the entire Death Corps to know about this. After Lin Fei left, Huang Jingfeng sat on the ground, his body covered in cold sweat. Slap, slap, slap. He raised his hand and gave himself a series of slaps. That's what you get for pretending, that's what you get for showing off. Now you're done for. Huang Jingfeng did not dare to touch these seeds at all. If they were to explode, there would be a chain reaction. If I'd known this would happen, I wouldn't have come here and ended up like this. Congratulations, Master. You've gained control of a perfect puppet. The little devil congratulated him. Right now, that guy still has a look of panic and despair on his face. He won't have the slightest intention to resist for a long time. He wouldn't dare even if you gave him 100 guts, Lin Fei said. I only need a thought to let him experience the wonderful feeling of ascension. Ever since Lin Fei found out about Huang Jingfeng's existence, he had no intention of killing him. Controlling him and turning him into a puppet was undoubtedly the best way. Killing all the upper echelon members of the army that sided with the 13th prince was just a bonus. After his strength skyrocketed, Lin Fei didn't have as many restrictions anymore. The Death Army was far away from the Emperor. If an expert came, he would know immediately. This was the benefit of keeping the 13th prince alive. As long as the 13th prince was around, no one would care about what was going on in the Death Army. As for whether someone from above would come down to replace him, there was no need to worry about that. The identity of a prince was just that useful. Huang Jingfeng was very good at handling matters. The disappearance of the upper echelon members of the army was easily resolved. There was no commotion at all, and he promoted a bunch of his own people. As for where the previous people had gone, no one cared about it. Great General Lin Fei didn't stop him from promoting these people. He agreed to all of them, which increased the 13th prince's status in the army. People who didn't know what was going on would think that Great General Lin Fei was suppressed by the 13th prince. To the 13th prince, his life right now was worse than death. The space-time seeds seemed to have set up camp in his body, and they didn't show any signs of disappearing. As time passed, the 13th prince was about to collapse. It didn't feel good to have his life in someone else's hands, but there was nothing Huang Jingfeng could do. A small trick had completely defeated him. He didn't even have a chance to make a comeback. This was a huge blow to the ambitious Huang Jingfeng. Huang Jingfeng lived day by day with this kind of emotion. The great general that everyone feared didn't show himself. It seemed like he hadn't appeared since the day of the banquet. Huang Jingfeng's influence in the army kept increasing. It seemed like he was going to replace Great General Lin Fei. Am I going to become a puppet for the army of death? Huang Jingfeng seemed to understand what Great General Lin Fei wanted to do. Everyone in the army only knew that he was the 13th prince and not Great General Lin Fei. Little Feng, you are very suitable to be the great general. Lin Fei came to his residence silently. Huang Jingfeng jumped in fright and immediately stood up straight. Great General, can you please let me go? Little Devil had been monitoring Huang Jingfeng recently. This guy was very smart and had done everything properly. I will rarely show myself in the future, and you can just exercise the power of the great general. Lin Fei smiled. You don't have to worry about anything. As long as you do your job well, you will not only be the great general, but even higher. Huang Jingfeng's heart skipped a beat. Because his mother was of average birth, Huang Jingfeng had no competitive ability in the royal family. He was only used as a lackey in front of the princes. He had come to the army of death because of the joint efforts of the powerful princes. Huang Jingfeng was just a puppet. However, Huang Jingfeng had been a puppet for the past few days, and it felt great to be able to give orders to the army of death. If it wasn't for Great General Lin Fei's appearance, he would have forgotten about this. Lin Fei took out a blueprint and a list. Your next task is to gather a group of people and open up a secret place in the army of death to build this thing. Huang Jingfeng's eyes narrowed when he took a look. This is a super battleship. Super battleships were the fastest battleships in the Myriad Sky Empire. They relied on the top speed of the super battleship to conquer everywhere. However, the blueprint had been taken out, and all the materials on the list were needed to build the super battleship. Great General, I will definitely do my job well. Huang Jingfeng said with determination. I will not disappoint you. Lin Fei was very satisfied. As long as you do your job well, I will satisfy whatever you want. The matter of the super battleship is finally settled. Before this, Lin Fei had never done it. Now that he had the 13th prince, everything would be easy. With the super battleship, he could go anywhere. The materials provided by the White Tiger race could be used to build the super battleship. Lin Fei really had to thank them for helping him. Now I can go all out. Chapter 3752. After the 13th prince took charge of the Death Army, Lin Fei, the great general, seemed to have completely disappeared. As time passed, most people forgot about his existence. The news of Great General Lin Fei being a figurehead also became true. The great general did not appear at all, and even went to stop the 13th prince. If this wasn't a figurehead, what else could it be? Compared to the peace of the Death Army, the 10,000 Sky Empire was not so peaceful. First, something happened to the Azure Dragon territory, then the Black Tortoise territory, Vermilion Bird territory, and finally the White Tiger territory. Basically, everything happened within the span of 100 years. In the 10,000 Sky Empire, it could be said to have set off a huge commotion. Those old monsters that were suppressed invisibly made countless forces feel fearful. The upper echelons of the 10,000 Sky Empire were on tenterhook. The Myriad Sky Empire, on the other hand, constantly sent out experts to encircle and annihilate those old monsters. For a very long time, battle after battle broke out. The commotion in the 10,000 Sky Empire was huge. As the commander of the Death Army, Lin Fei went into seclusion to refine his limitless dantian and ignored the outside world. Great General, the super battleship is ready. After a few decades, the first super battleship was completed. In a secret base of the Death Army, Lin Fei saw the super battleship. It was different from the super battleship of the 10,000 Sky Empire. Designed by Little Devil, the super battleship in front of him was more suitable for flight. It was perfect in every aspect. Lin Fei was very satisfied at first glance. "Great General, this super battleship is amazing," Huang Jingfeng said. "It's even more perfect than our royal family's super battleship. It can increase its speed by at least 30%. It can be called the number 1 battleship of the 10,000 Sky Empire." Number 1 battleship? Lin Fei never thought about it. According to his thoughts, it would be great if it could be as good as the super battleship. From the looks of it, Little Devil's redesign of the battleship gave him a huge surprise. 30% increase in speed. Even Undying Realm experts would have to eat dirt behind them. "Let's try it." The super battleship silently left the Death Army. "Master, this function is not bad, right?" Little Fiend said. "There is a small teleportation array inside the super warship. It can appear randomly within a range of 50,000 kilometers. Although 100,000 miles wasn't a very long distance, it was still quite good." The super battleship flew through the starry space, creating a perfect arc that increased its speed. It was 40% faster than the 30% that Huang Jingfeng had said. Lin Fei was very satisfied. Huang Jingfeng was also shocked. It was truly the number 1 warship. With the advantage of speed, such a super warship would become the nightmare of any force. "One is not enough," Lin Fei said. "Gather the materials and continue to build the super warships. The goal is to build 10 super warships." "Great General, our super warship is so powerful, why don't we give it a name?" Huang Jingfeng said. "The Death Warship is ready." Lin Fei pondered for a moment. "Once the Death Warship appears, death will descend, which suits our super warship perfectly. When a super warship was dispatched, what else could it be other than death?" The first Death Warship was built. This was definitely good news for Lin Fei. With the advantage of speed, there would no longer be any restrictions when it came to fighting. What are the movements of the other territories? Lin Fei didn't care much about the Myriad Sky Empire, but the Black Tortoise territory was the one he paid the most attention to. That place had a passage to Earth. The other territories could be in trouble, but the Black Tortoise territory could not be affected too much. If the only entrance was destroyed, who could he complain to? The 13th Prince, Huang Jingfeng, not only had to be in charge of the Death Legion, but he also had to collect information about the Myriad Sky Empire. He had completely resigned to his fate. The space-time seed was not something he could break. It felt good to be above tens of thousands of people in the Death Legion. "Great General, I was going to report to you even if you didn't say it." Huang Jingfeng's attitude was very humble. Ever since the old monsters that were suppressed in the 4 territories escaped, the 4 clans have been affected. Not long ago, many of these old monsters joined the enemy mutants. As for the rest, Lin Fei listened attentively and with great interest. If that's the case, a war is about to break out. Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. "Theoretically, yes." Huang Jingfeng nodded. "However, I don't think that war will break out so easily. Father is the strongest expert in the world. Unless the mutants have another breakthrough, they won't dare to attack the Myriad Sky Empire." Lin Fei naturally knew that the Emperor of the Myriad Sky Empire was the strongest expert in the world. It was because he was the strongest expert that the Myriad Sky Empire was able to stand tall. Unless the old Emperor could not hold on any longer. Or if the mutants had a breakthrough and reached the same realm as the old Emperor, they might be able to start a war then. "I think they will make a move soon," Huang Jingfeng said. "Their target should be the Myriad World Mountain." "Great General, the Myriad World Mountain is an important place for our royal family. I'm afraid we won't be able to stop them this time. They will definitely attack. We need to open the Myriad World Mountain." Myriad World Mountain? What the hell? To be honest, Lin Fei had never heard of this name before. The myriad world mountain sounded very different. The mystic realm of your royal family. Lin Fei grasped the key point. At the same time, he contacted Little Devil to see if she knew of such a place. Little Devil replied that she did not have any information about it. Master, if the myriad world mountain exists, then it's highly likely that they will attack the outer layer of protection for the myriad world mountain. Lin Fei suddenly understood. The 4 great territories not only existed as a barrier but also to protect the myriad world mountain. Huang Jingfeng said, I didn't understand at first. However, the 4 great territories suffered heavy losses and the old monster broke out of the seal. I thought of the myriad world mountain because the myriad world mountain has always been suppressed by the 4 great territories. Now, I'm afraid we can't hide it anymore. Lin Fei asked curiously. What kind of place is the myriad world mountain? Huang Jingfeng smiled bitterly. The myriad world mountain is like a dragon's pool and a tiger's den. It can be said that every step is filled with danger. However, at the highest point of the myriad world mountain, there is a mysterious place called the myriad world whirlpool. For some unknown reason, there is a special life form sealed in the whirlpool. This special life form has a long lifespan. In addition, after 100 million years, the special life form will nurture a myriad world divine pearl. Once it consumes the myriad world divine pearl, it can advance to the immortal realm. If an expert in the immortal realm can consume 10 myriad world divine pearls consecutively, he can advance to a higher realm. My father has already consumed it 9 times. This is the last time. Chapter 3753. Breaking news. Lin Fei was shocked on the spot. He was wondering why the 4 territories had such a situation at the same time. He did not expect there to be such a big secret. Since Huang Jingfeng said it, there was at least a 90% chance that it was true. Lin Fei had long felt that there was something strange about the existence of the 4 great dominions. It didn't seem normal for the dominions to form a super grand formation. The Wan Tian Empire was so powerful that it did not need the protection of the 4 territories. Now he understood that it was not to protect the Wan Tian Empire, but to protect the myriad world's mountain. There is such a thing in the world, Lin Fei said. It allowed an emperor god to step into the immortal realm. It was like reaching heaven in one step. The most shocking thing was that the emperor of the Wan Tian Empire was so powerful. 1 myriad world's divine pearl could allow one to break through to the immortal realm. Taking 9 was different. It was so powerful. This is a secret of our royal family, Huang Jingfeng said. Because of the existence of the myriad world's mountain, the Wan Tian Empire has always controlled the entire world. Little Devil said, Master, the myriad world's mountain should exist. The 13th prince's words are very credible. I think Master can join in. Although he was cultivating the infinite divine body now, once he broke through the 9th level, he would have the immortal divine body. If the myriad world's divine pearl could help him step into the immortal realm, it would be worth it. Lin Fei furrowed his brows. The myriad world's divine pearl was not so easy to take. This might be a trap for the old emperor. An ambush for the old emperor was unavoidable. At that time, even the Undying Realm experts would fall. How long will it take for Myriad World Mountain to appear? About 1,500 years. I can improve my strength during this time, Lin Fei thought. It should not be a problem to break through a few more infinite divine pills. At the same time, Wan Tian Empire, the imperial capital, the center of the empire, in the depths of the imperial palace, in a multi-layered space, a black figure stood on a snowy mountain. The chill here had reached a terrifying level. Your Majesty, the formation of the 4 territories cannot be repaired in a short time. It will take at least 3,000 years. A figure appeared, kneeling on one knee and reporting the situation. Damn it! Boom, boom, boom. The entire snowy mountain collapsed with a loud bang. Everything in its vicinity was reduced to dust. Then, the dust spread throughout the entire space and completely disappeared. The next moment, the figure appeared in a barren desert. "Get out here!" The figure stretched out his hand and made a grabbing motion. A gray-robed figure was pulled out from the bottom of the desert. "Your Majesty, don't kill me. I was forced to do this." The gray-robed figure's face was filled with despair. "I shouldn't have spared your life." The gray-robed figure's eyes widened, and a gust of wind blew over, turning him into ashes. "The four symbols' great formation is broken, but it won't be easy to stop me from taking the final step. I will wait for your arrival." Boom, boom, boom. The voice echoed throughout the entire great world. Of course, only the most powerful existences could sense the existence of this voice. "This is filled with killing intent. Who is it?" Just as Lin Fei was busy cultivating the unlimited God elixir, his mind shook. Following that, his body trembled as though he had been struck by something unknown. A trickle of fresh blood flowed down from the corner of his mouth. "I'm actually injured." Lin Fei wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth. He found it hard to believe. "Who attacked me just now?" The unlimited God physique kept breaking through. Lin Fei's strength was no longer the same as before. Even an immortal realm expert would not be able to attack him so easily. What was going on in front of him? Lin Fei himself could not remain calm. "Master, if I'm not wrong, you must have been accidentally injured by the first emperor of the Yuan Tian Empire, Huang Tianjue," Little Fiend said. The voice came from the direction of the Yuan Tian Empire. "There's no one else besides him." "The first expert." Lin Fei secretly sucked in a breath of cold air. "The strength of the first expert is too strong." Just a single sentence had caused him to bleed. Even though it was indirect, this strength had clearly exceeded Lin Fei's expectations. "The first emperor, Huang Tianjue, is indeed very strong," Little Fiend said. "According to the data analysis, an ordinary immortal realm expert is 10. If Master's strength is 30, then the strength of the first expert is at least 90. So strong." Lin Fei sucked in a breath of cold air again. Could it be because the old emperor consumed the myriad world god bead? This was highly possible. He was only 30, so it must be 90. The first expert was truly worthy of his name. This Yuan Tian Empire is really strong. Lin Fei was glad that he did not act recklessly. "When the time comes, I must go to the imperial capital to see how many experts there are in the imperial capital." Lin Fei had thought that his strength was strong enough. Now that he compared himself, the gap was still too big. "Master, the evaporation of the 4 major territories has indeed been disrupted," Little Fiend said. "The old emperor has made his move, and he has absolute confidence. I wonder how those people will deal with him." Lin Fei could also hear it. This was to tell everyone that the old emperor was not afraid of anything. In a distant starry sky, there was a black continent here. The black continent was huge, and one could not see the end of it. This was the base camp of the mutants. It was called the Alien Continent. The black continent was different from other worlds. In this alien continent there were blood pools everywhere. Some were big, some were small, and they were constantly rolling. From time to time, figures would condense from the blood pools. These figures had strong and weak auras. They were the various mutants formed by the mutant army. As they went deeper, more and more blood pools appeared, covering the entire world. If outsiders saw this scene, they would definitely be shocked. They might even break out in cold sweat. There were countless mutants here. After reaching the deepest part, a sea of blood appeared at the end of the world. This sea of blood was no different from the sea. Between heaven and earth, there was no other color except for the color of blood. Under the sea of blood, a blood-colored city appeared, no different from a human country. Outside the blood-colored city, there was a formation. Inside, all kinds of mutants could be seen. In the center of the city, there was a blood-colored palace called the Alien Palace. There was an ordinary statue at the entrance. However, This statue was the ancestor of all mutants in this alien world, E. The ancestor's name was E. The old emperor can't sit still anymore, ha 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 ha. Inside the palace, there were 5 figures gathered. The auras of these 5 figures were not inferior to the old emperor, Huang Tianzhu. Genius 1 Second Remember website. Mobile version. Chapter 3754. These 5 figures were the 5 strongest existences in the alien country. They controlled the entire country and were at the peak of the immortal realm. They were on the same level as the old emperor, Huang Tianzhu. The only difference was that the emperor had a strong foundation. They could not compare to him. "Big brother, we can mobilize the army and start pressuring them," one of the strong men said. 4 territories. The 5 of us will attack 1 territory each. Big brother will hold the old emperor back. When the time is up, the old emperor will not be able to stop us from entering Myriad World Mountain. Their goal was simple: to stop the old emperor from absorbing the last Myriad World Divine Pearl. Now that the formation in the 4 territories was loosening, they could expand the weakness as long as they pursued the enemy. "Then let's mobilize the army," the strong man said calmly. A huge battle ensued. "General, something big has happened." Lin Fei had been cultivating hard because of the old emperor. He wanted to take advantage of the time to improve. Huang Jingfeng came to report. Lin Fei was shocked when he heard the news. So fast. How much time had passed since then? Huang Jingfeng nodded. They have started. There are mutant armies outside the 4 territories. They are getting closer and they even sent out war mutants. Lin Fei's heart skipped a beat. If that's the case, they're going to keep attacking the 4 major dominions and widen the gaps in the array until Myriad World Mountain opens. That should be it, Huang Jingfeng said. If there are no accidents, the army outside will be mobilized to fight against the mutants. This was not good news for Lin Fei. He had to immerse himself in cultivation, okay? Just keep an eye on them. 50 years later. News came from the Myriad Sky Empire. "General, the order has come. We are going to support the Azure Dragon territory," Huang Jingfeng reported. The Azure Dragon territory was fine. The old place. Lin Fei preferred the Azure Dragon territory compared to going to an unfamiliar place. After all, he had gone to the Azure Dragon territory before he joined the Death Army. "Great General, there's another piece of bad news." Huang Jingfeng hesitated before saying, "What bad news?" "Stop stuttering." Lin Fei frowned. "There's news that our Death Legion will be under the control of outsiders after arriving in the Azure Dragon Weave." Huang Jingfeng smiled bitterly. "Someone wants to use this war to control the Death Legion." Lin Fei said disdainfully, "There's no need for you to care about such a small matter. Just focus on being the great general of the Death Legion. If anyone dares to reach out, I'll chop off their hand." What a joke. If he wanted to control the undead army, he would have to be prepared to be killed. Azure Dragon Weave. Ever since the old monster made his move, the current Azure Dragon Weave had obviously changed a lot compared to how it had been in the past. Many places still had the remnant aura of experts left behind by old monsters. These places had now become dangerous places, and ordinary people did not dare to approach. That expert's aura could instantly kill them. Azure Dragon Weave, Azure Dragon City. Congratulations, Your Highness. The Death Legion will be here soon. When the time comes, they will belong to Your Highness. In a mansion, Long Tianfei was fawning over an arrogant young master. "According to the news I have, that Lin Fei is just a figurehead. All the power is in the hands of the 13th Prince. Compared to Your Highness, the 13th Prince has no ability to resist." The arrogant young master was the 9th young master of the royal family. He had many supporters in the royal court. This time, the 9th Prince Huang Jingshan opened his eyes and a whirlpool formed in the air. Even Long Tianfei couldn't help but suck in a breath of cold air. That 13th brother of mine always thinks that he has the right to resist just because he has the Death Legion. In reality, he's just trash. Huang Jingshan's eyes were cold as he said in disdain. Huang Jingshan really did not care about the 13th prince. Xiao Fei, you've done a good job. When I control the Death Legion, I'll make you the city lord of the Azure Dragon City, Huang Jingshan said calmly. Thank you, Your Highness. I heard that Lin Fei also offended you. When the time comes, I'll give him to you as well. You can do whatever you want to him. He's just a pseudo-immortal. Without that armor, he's nothing. Bei Tianfei was so happy that his eyes turned into slits. The Death Legion was mobilized. They activated the teleportation gate and started the teleportation. After a few transits, the entire 150,000-strong army of the Death Legion had entered the Azure Dragon territory. Outside the Azure Dragon territory was the mutant army. They had almost surrounded the entire Azure Dragon territory. Fortunately, there was a teleportation gate. Otherwise, the Death Legion would not have been able to enter. The Azure Dragon City Lord came to welcome them personally. Great General, you're finally here. The Azure Dragon City Lord still gave face to Lin Fei. After all, he was a great general. As for the rumor that it was just a figurehead, the Azure Dragon City Lord never believed it. Lin Fei replied politely. That night, the Azure Dragon City Lord hosted a banquet for Great General Lin Fei and the 13th Prince. All the higher-ups of the Azure Dragon territory were present. After the banquet ended, Lin Fei was preparing to return to the camp. Great General, please wait a moment. Lin Fei stopped and saw 2 God Emperors blocking his way. Scram! His roar shook the 2 God Emperors so much that their bodies swayed and they stumbled to the side. I'm in a good mood tonight. If it were any other time, you would have been dead, Lin Fei said coldly. The 2 God Emperors' expressions changed. However, when they thought of the mission tonight, one of them gritted his teeth and stood up. Great General, Our Highness wants to see you. Please come with us. Since His Highness had invited them, who wouldn't rush over? Lin Fei narrowed his eyes. Your Highness sure talks big. I wonder which Highness it is. I'm the Great General of the Death Legion. What's the matter? Ask him to see me. Rejected. He wanted His Highness to see him. Was there something wrong with his brain? How dare you reject His Highness? Lin Fei snorted softly and swung his hand. A burst of energy slammed into the 2, sending them flying far away. When Lin Fei returned to the camp, there was a guest. It was someone he knew. Long Tianjun. Young Master Long, what brings you here? Lin Fei said with a smile. Great General, don't tease me. Long Tianjun said, let's find a place to talk. The camp is ready. Lin Fei brought Long Tianjun into the camp. He set up a soundproof array. Great General, you really shouldn't have come to the Azure Dragon Weave. Long Tianjun looked worried. The Azure Dragon Weave is a messy place now. At the same time, people are fighting for power. Lin Fei took out a bottle of wine and poured a cup for Long Tianjun. You don't look like you when we first met. Is life giving you a lot of pressure? Sigh, it's a long story. Chapter 3755. Lin Fei drank with Long Tianjun. He found out the reason from Long Tianjun. It turned out that Long Tianfei's status in the Azure Dragon Weave had risen day by day because of his relationship with the prince. Many people had defected to him, including the higher-ups of the Azure Dragon City. If that was all, it wouldn't be a big deal. However, things were different now that the mutant army had attacked. The big brother, Long Tianfei, was relying on the 9th prince. This time, the 9th prince had come down to gild himself, and at the same time, he had a lot of power. In a short time, Long Tianjun had suffered heavy losses and lost the ability to resist. There were even rumors that his father was preparing to let his eldest brother take over. This was a big blow to Long Tianjun. The 9th prince you are talking about came to find me tonight, but I chased him away, Lin Fei said with a smile. Long Tianjuan's expression changed. General, the ninth prince is not easy to deal with. Especially now that he's in control of the army. If he orders your army of death. Lin Fei didn't care about this. Not just anyone can command my army of death. The ninth prince doesn't have that ability. General, don't disobey orders. Long Tianjun was worried. Lin Fei smiled. Tianjun, you helped me back then. This time, I've come to the Azure Dragon Weave. Your business is my business. I'll make sure you get the position of Azure Dragon City Lord. Long Tianjun shook his head. No, that won't do. It's fine. Trust me. Lin Fei said. Long Tianjuan's status wasn't as high as before. He didn't expect that Lin Fei, who he had recruited years ago, would say such things. General, I appreciate your kindness, but we can't mess around in the Azure Dragon Weave now. Long Tianjun said. I don't want your future to be affected because of me. This was the first time someone had said something like this to Lin Fei. Future. Lin Fei didn't really care. It's fine. Just watch the show. Lin Fei took out his wine gourd. Let's drink. Let's continue drinking. Crack, crack. The ninth prince grabbed something and started smashing it. The ground was littered with debris. The two god emperors kneeling on the ground were covered in blood, but they did not dare to dodge. He is just a figurehead and he dares to reject my good intentions. Huang Jingshan felt that there was something wrong with that Lin Fei's head. He was a prince after all. He even held military power in the Azure Dragon Weave. As long as he moved his lips, he could easily take care of the other party and even kill him silently. Huang Jingshan originally wanted to subdue Lin Fei and use him as a puppet, unknowingly gaining control of the Death Army. However, this mess made him extremely unhappy. Just wait and see. A few years passed in the blink of an eye after arriving at the Azure Dragon Weave. There were no big battles, but there were many small-scale battles. They were all probes by the Xenogeneics, and the enemy seemed to be taking their time. The ninth prince didn't do anything to the undead army. Everything seemed normal. The 13th prince had been in control of the Death Army, and many people had confirmed that the great general was indeed just a figurehead. In the past few years, there had been almost no traces of the great general, Lin Fei. In the military camp, he seemed to have become a dispensable character. Everything about him being a figurehead was confirmed. 13th brother, are you really not going to help Big Brother? Within a mansion, Huang Jingshan invited his 13th brother for a meal. Halfway through the meal, Huang Jingshan spoke and hoped that his 13th brother, Huang Jingfeng, would come and help. Ninth brother, I'm just a general right now. I really can't help you. Huang Jingfeng smiled bitterly and said, furthermore, ninth brother is in control of the Azure Dragon Weave now. What do you need my help with? Not knowing how to appreciate favors, Huang Jingshan harumphed coldly in his heart. 13th brother, who doesn't know that you're the controller of the Death Army? Who does that Lin Fei think he is? One word from you and he doesn't even dare to breathe loudly. Huang Jingshan smiled and said, ninth brother, I really can't help you. Huang Jingfeng stood up. If there's nothing else, I'll return to the camp first. Huang Jingshan's eyes turned cold. Are you sure you want to be my enemy? I'll give you a chance now. Bring the Death Army and submit to me. Otherwise, the Azure Dragon Weave is very dangerous. There are many mutant assassins. Who knows when you'll be assassinated? If it was in the past, Huang Jingfeng might be afraid. But today was different. Behind him stood Lin Fei, who exuded a mysterious aura. Ninth brother, I really can't help you. I have some matters to attend to in the camp. I'll take my leave first. After the 13th prince left, Huang Jingshan's face turned malevolent. I gave you a chance, so don't blame me for not taking it. General, my ninth brother is really making a move. Several months later, a military order was passed down to transfer the Death Army to the front line to stop the mutant army. This was a mission with a slim chance of survival. The other party's order was reasonable. The Death Army was famous for their strength. If you don't go, do you want the Azure Dragonweave's army to go? I knew you'd play this game. What a good-for-nothing. Lin Fei shook his head. What was behind this military order could be seen clearly at a glance. Then Lin Fei smiled. Continue with the training. Although he has military power in the Azure Dragonweave, the Death Army is an independent leader. Who does he think he is? But won't he fall for it? Huang Jingfeng thought further. Who knows, he might be looking for an excuse to take down the Death Army. Lin Fei squinted his eyes. Then let him try. My Death Army isn't that easy to deal with. Ha ha ha, my 13th brother is indeed a fool. Huang Jingshan laughed. Whether he goes or not, I have a reason to take action. But he chose the stupidest method and disobeyed the order. Don't blame me then. Long Tianfei laughed. Congratulations, Your Highness. We're about to succeed. I'll leave this matter to you. Take some men and take down General Lin Fei and the 13th Prince. Huang Jingshan said. If Lin Fei dares to make a move, kill him. Long Tianfei was overjoyed. A cold glint flashed in his eyes. Lin Fei, you're going to die this time. This was a legitimate opportunity to take action. Long Tianfei led a team of about 100 men and swaggered into the Death Army. When he flashed the order, the guards of the Death Army made way for him. Lin Fei, I bet you didn't expect us to meet again. The first person Long Tianfei went to was Lin Fei. Compared to the 13th Prince, Lin Fei was easier to deal with. Moreover, he had a huge grudge with Lin Fei. Dozens of men surrounded Lin Fei's temporary residence. It seemed like they would charge in and capture him the moment the order was given. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Lin Fei sat there, beaming as he watched Long Tianfei walk in. Chapter 3756. This was a rare opportunity. How could Long Tianfei miss it? This time, he had to teach Lin Fei a lesson. Even his younger brother wouldn't be able to stop him. He reckoned that Lin Fei wouldn't even be able to protect himself now. Long Tianfei was startled when he heard this. He thought that he had misheard. What do you mean by waiting for a long time? Do you want to deal with me? Yi Xiaolong, His Highness has ordered that your Death Legion is in contact with the mutants. Come with us now. Long Tianfei didn't want to waste any more time. He had to take down Lin Fei first. As long as he was taken away from here, the rest would be easy. If Lin Fei dared to resist, he wouldn't mind killing Lin Fei on the spot. If he followed obediently, he could live a little longer. However, all kinds of torture were unavoidable. It wouldn't be in Long Tianfei's character to not torture Lin Fei. Lin Fei smiled. It must have been hard on you to use such a reason to deal with me. No, it should be the 9th Prince behind you. Long Tianfei thought that Lin Fei would be afraid. However, the scene in front of him was different from what he had imagined. Was this guy really not afraid of anything? It must be an act. Lin Fei, stop pretending. You've been exposed. Long Tianfei said. Do you want to come with us, or do we have to do it ourselves? Also, don't expect the 13th Prince to help you. He can't even protect himself now. Lin Fei still had a smile on his face. Actually, you shouldn't have come today, Lin Fei said seriously. Because you've given me the chance to make a move. Long Tianfei laughed. He looked at Lin Fei as if he was looking at an idiot. Lin Fei, you're really an interesting guy. You actually want to kill me? Long Tianfei laughed. I really don't know if you're an idiot or if there's something wrong with your head. Lin Fei sighed. People nowadays just don't want to listen to other people's opinions. They always think that they're the king, but they're actually idiots. Capture him. Capture him immediately. Long Tianfei was infuriated, and his expression became extremely unsightly. This Lin Fei really wouldn't shed a tear until he saw the coffin. Did he really think he was a fool? Just one sentence from the 9th Prince would be enough to deal with him. Attack! Attack! If water resists, kill without mercy. The experts behind Long Tianfei all charged forward, summoning their treasures. Their coordination was perfect, and it seemed they had worked together many times to suppress their opponent. But this time, he met Lin Fei. Lin Fei's strength had improved greatly. Hua! Lin Fei waved his hand and the power of time and space crushed over. Bang bang bang! These experts, who were not inferior to God Emperors, exploded almost at the same time. After the explosion, the blood mist disappeared without a trace in the blink of an eye. Ha 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 ha, Lin Fei, you're dead. Long Tianfei wasn't afraid that Lin Fei would kill him. Once he did, it would be over. No one can save you this time. Lin Fei really didn't know what Long Tianfei's brain was made of. What an idiot. Wrong, I should be the one saying that to you. Lin Fei flicked his finger, and the power of time and space landed on Long Tianfei. Hua hua hua! In less than a breath, Long Tianfei's eyes widened. He couldn't believe that he was going to die just like that. Why did you do that? Lin Fei shook his head. I didn't kill you last time because I didn't have the strength. Now that I have the strength, you still dare to come and kill me. There must be something wrong with your brain. After his strength had improved greatly, Lin Fei didn't have to worry so much anymore. With his current strength, even an immortal realm expert wouldn't be able to gain the upper hand. Even if there were a few more immortal realm experts, the result would be the same. Lin Fei naturally knew the consequences of killing Long Tianfei. It was just the Green Dragon tribe. There was nothing to be afraid of. I didn't expect that big brother to really make a move. Huang Jingfeng smiled bitterly. The 13th prince came as soon as he heard the news. There's no difference whether he makes a move or not, Lin Fei said with a smile. If he didn't make a move, I would give him face. But now, it's all over. Great General, what do you plan to do? Simple. Lin Fei smiled. Of course, you lead the Death Corps and defeat the mutant army in the Green Dragon Weave. As long as we keep suppressing the mutant army, if your 9th brother doesn't get as good a result as you, the royal family will naturally think that you're more capable. I think your 9th brother's expression will be very good then. Huang Jingfeng revealed a happy expression, but it quickly disappeared. But I'm afraid that 9th brother will become angry and attack us. Lin Fei said calmly, then let him try. Long Tianfei of the Green Dragon tribe was already dead, let alone the 9th prince. Although he wouldn't kill him, it was normal to embarrass him. The only thing Lin Fei had to do now was to buy time. Once he broke through, he would be a true immortal realm expert. At that time, he would be able to easily suppress and kill normal immortal realm expert. There probably wouldn't be many immortal realm experts in the 10,000 Sky Empire who could fight against him. According to Little Devil's calculations, it wouldn't be long. At most, it would be less than 100 million years. It sounded very long, but it was actually very short. 100 million years wasn't a long time, and what Lin Fei could do was to buy time. How could he buy time? Naturally, it was to display his strength. The stronger the better. Lin Fei was very clear about the situation in the 10,000 Sky Empire. The stronger he was, the more useful it would be for the 10,000 Sky Empire. Killing Long Tianfei was the first step. Who asked him to come to him? As for the second step, it was to make the 9th prince suffer. The 9th prince, Huang Jingshan, had a twisted expression when he heard that all the people Long Tianfei brought were killed. They are my men. How dare that Lin Fei kill them? Huang Jingshan was furious. He didn't expect such an outcome. Lin Fei really dared to kill them. Huang Jingshan was slapped in the face and even became a joke. Perhaps the entire Azure Dragon Weave was laughing at him right now. Damn it, too damn it. Huang Jingshan wanted to kill someone. Lin Fei was provoking him. He was definitely provoking him. He was a prince, and he had the military power of the Azure Dragon Weave. Bring people to the army of death immediately, Huang Jingshan ordered. He wanted to teach Lin Fei a lesson no matter what. Never had anyone dared to not give him face. This was the first time. Huang Jingshan's actions couldn't be hidden from the upper echelons of the Azure Dragon Weave. Azure Dragon City was shocked. At the same time, they were furious. At the same time, some of the upper echelons of the Azure Dragon tribe were also shocked. After all, they supported Long Tianfei. But now everything was gone. And all of this was caused by General Lin Fei. Cutting off one's wealth was like killing one's parent. Destroying Long Tianfei was the same. Chapter 3757. The Temporary Base of the Death Corps. The ninth Prince Huang Jingshan brought a group of experts with him. Stop, this is a military base. Anyone who dares to enter will be killed. The guard shouted. At the same time, the soldiers of the Death Legion also surrounded the door and blocked it tightly. The expressions of those watching from afar changed. This is getting interesting. The Ninth Highness is here, but he's not allowed to enter. Damn it. Being blocked, Huang Jingshan's face turned ugly. Do you know who I am? Huang Jingshan said coldly. The guards didn't move an inch. This is the base of the Death Corps. No matter who you are, if you dare to enter, you will be killed. Huang Jingshan's expression turned even colder. I'm the ninth prince. Get out of my way. Are you courting death? The guards' expressions changed, but they still didn't move. If you don't move, all of you will die. Huang Jingshan's eyes flashed with coldness. These fellas deserve to die. It must be 13th Brother's order. Huang Jingshan swore to himself that he would torture 13th Brother to death after he took him down. In the air, a few figures were standing. All of them were at the pseudo-immortal realm. There was also the Azure Dragon City Lord. City Lord, if they fight, it'll be a huge problem. That 13th Highness is too much. He just has to go against his brother. Oh right, where's Lin Fei? Among the familiar faces, there was an angry figure. It was the expert of the Azure Dragon race, Long Tianxing. A true immortal realm expert. You're not going to stop them? Long Tianxing asked. The Azure Dragon City Lord smiled bitterly. I can't do anything about this. After all, they're both princes. Long Tianxing stared below. I want to find Lin Fei now. He must give us an explanation for killing someone with the bloodline of the Azure Dragon race. The Azure Dragon City Lord's face was filled with anger. That was his son. He couldn't be killed by just anyone. The ninth Prince Huang Jingshan thought that these fellas would move away. However, after revealing his identity, these fellas weren't intimidated. They stood there without moving. We will kill anyone who dares to enter. The guards said the same thing. Huang Jingshan was infuriated. Charge in. Kill anyone who resists. He was going to use force. If they wouldn't let him in, then they would fight their way in. Just as they were about to make their move, a person walked out of the army of death. My good brother, why didn't you inform me in advance that you're coming? The 13th Prince, Huang Jingfeng, walked out with a smile. As soon as this prince came out, everyone knew that they couldn't make a fuss anymore. 13th brother, come with me. Huang Jingshan said. There are some things I need you to explain. I don't think you have anything to do with the Xenogeneics. The emperor was surprised. God did have the right to investigate. As long as he could take down the 13th brother, it wouldn't take long for him to gain control of the Death Legion. Towards the Death Army, this Prince Huang Jingshan was extremely jealous. Now was a chance. His 13th brother definitely wouldn't have the guts to go against him. I don't like hearing that, Brother Jiu. Huang Jingfeng laughed. I just received news that you are connected to Xenogeneic. How are you going to explain that? No one had expected the prince to make such a move. Huang Jingshan's expression changed. It seemed like he had underestimated his little brother. I know that you wouldn't have anything to do with the Xenogeneics. Huang Jingfeng said. That's why I killed him. Brother Jiu also knows him. He's Long Tianfei. Of all the people you could have recruited, why did you recruit him? Fortunately, I met him. Otherwise, you would have been slandered. Huang Jingfeng was going all out. Since he had already offended him, there was nothing for him to worry about. Huang Jingshan had underestimated his little brother. How could he say something like that? So, you're going to stop me? Huang Jingfeng said. Ninth brother, your words are very interesting. What do you mean by offending? Outsiders are not allowed to enter the military camp. This has always been the case. If there's nothing else, I'll go back to work. Huang Jingshan stared at his 13th brother. Good. Very good. Huang Jingshan could tell that Huang Jingshan was going to fight him to the end. Charge. Huang Jingshan grunted coldly. He didn't believe that his 13th brother would dare to attack him. No matter what, he was stronger than his 13th brother. Kill. The people behind him charged. Kill without mercy. Huang Jingfeng gave the order. The two groups of people started fighting. They started fighting on the spot. Compared to the Death Army, Huang Jingshan's men were much weaker. As soon as they started fighting, they were defeated. It was truly a crushing defeat. Brother Jiu, your men are too weak. Huang Jingfeng laughed. The combat strength of the Death Army wasn't something ordinary people could compare to. Let's go. Huang Jingshan snorted coldly and left the corpses. What a slap to his face. More than 100 subordinates were all finished in a few rounds. How could Huang Jingshan maintain his composure? I didn't expect the 13th prince to be so stubborn for once. This time, he's going to shed all pretense of cordiality. That's right. He's really going to fight. There were dozens of corpses at the entrance of the Death Army. It was beyond everyone's imagination. Tianxing, are you still going to fight? The Azure Dragon City Lord asked. Long Tianxing was also shocked by his combat strength. Crushed. He couldn't resist at all. I'm an undying expert. Long Tianxing said. No one can stop me if I want to capture him. As his father, aren't you going to help? Long Tianxing had a mocking smile on his face. The Azure Dragon City Lord said. He asked for it. That's you. Long Tianxing took a step forward. I'm not afraid. Long Tianxing arrived above the Death Army. Lin Fei, get out here. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone's ears seemed to have been shaken. An immortal aura pressed down. In an instant, the entire Death Army seemed to be suppressed. So strong. Huang Jingfeng's expression changed. This is bad. It's Long Tianxing. This person was filled with killing intent. The Death Army was very strong, but under the suppression, their combat strength was suppressed. Lin Fei, you killed my Azure Dragon race's men. Do you not dare to come out and fight? Long Tianxing was smart. He didn't charge into the Death Army. There was a huge difference between charging in and not charging in. Master, this guy is asking for a beating. Little Devil laughed. This person was giving off a strong aura, but in Lin Fei's eyes, it wasn't very strong. Very weak. He was just relying on his thick skin and muscles. Yeah, he's asking for a beating. Long Tianxing wanted Lin Fei to get out. Boom. At this moment, a finger flew out from within the camp. This finger wasn't big, but it caused Long Tianxing's expression to change. He returned to his original form. Pung! Long Tianxing was sent flying. A building was turned into ruins. Long Tianxing was actually sent flying with a finger. Countless people were shocked. Geniuses remembered this sight in 1 second. Mobile version, Chapter 3758. Everyone in the Death Army was shocked. Long Tianxing of the Azure Dragon clan was sent flying just like that? Did he have to be so fierce? That was a true undying warrior. The scene in front of them shocked countless people. This was completely different from what they had imagined. How can he be so strong? A pseudo-undying defeated a true undying. I didn't think it would happen. Everyone took in a cold breath. Everyone knew Long Tianxing's strength. A true undying definitely wasn't something a pseudo-undying could shake. He was also from the Azure Dragon clan, able to attack and defend at the same time. Yet he still lost under such circumstances. Sending him flying with one move, that was completely overwhelming. No one dared to imagine just what level this great General Lin Fei was at. We really underestimated this great general. Azure Dragon City leader's pupils shrunk. Luckily I didn't attack, or else the one losing face would be me. Azure Dragon City leader definitely hated him for his son's death. At this moment the hatred disappeared. Charging at Lin Fei's attack, he was so strong that he could defeat countless normal Undying. He could even fight against a true old Undying. Such an opponent, an enemy, no one wanted to offend. Right now, Wantian Empire lacked experts. Lin Fei just happened to attack at this moment, repelling Long Tianqing in one move. One could imagine how big the impact would be. Azure Dragon City leader wasn't dumb. Naturally he knew that after this, no one could stop the rise of the great general. Too strong. Rumble! Long Tianqing charged out in a sorry state. He was actually sent flying by a human brat. Kill, he must die. My Azure Dragon clan is the strongest. Lin Fei, come out. Long Tianqing raged, transforming into his true form. Azure Dragon traversed the void, a huge hand slapping down towards the Death Army. Before the power even arrived, everyone in the Death Army could feel the aura of death. Kill. With a cold snort, a light slashed out, slashing across Long Tianqing's body. When this light appeared, everyone's expression changed again. Spacetime Blade. As soon as this move was unleashed, everyone knew that it was unstoppable. Long Tianqing kept erupting, but he was still unable to block the blade. His huge body was split into two. If there's a next time, it won't be as simple as a single slash. An indifferent voice followed. Long Tianqing, who had reformed his body, looked much older. His eyes were filled with endless hatred. He turned around and left. Long Tianqing was also afraid of the attack from the saber. Spacetime was like a blade, and with a single slash, everything was reduced to ashes. He's actually this strong. Huang Jingshan's face turned even uglier. Knowing that Long Tianqing was going to make a move, Huang Jingshan brought his men to a halt. If the experts of the Azure Dragon race were to embarrass Lin Fei, that would be for the best. If they managed to cripple Lin Fei, it would save them a lot of trouble. He could just capture them directly. But in the end, he was disappointed. Defeated, truly defeated. To Huang Jingshan, the stronger Lin Fei was, the worse it would be for him. Trash, truly trash. Why didn't I kill him? Huang Jingshan couldn't stop cursing. That's great. My 13th brother. I never expected you to have such eyesight. The moment the Death Army incident happened, Azure Dragon Territory's pseudo-Undying and Undying experts were the first to receive the news. The scene was also recorded by the recording stone. Such fighting strength can be compared to the old-timers. Amazing, amazing. He completely crushed them with brute force. Good kid, you're really amazing the moment you make a move. A silhouette came to the Death Army. Lin Fei came out to welcome him. Space Emperor, why are you here? If the old man didn't come, I wouldn't even know when I could eat good food. The Space Emperor said with an amiable smile. It's no problem if you want to eat good food. Lin Fei laughed. Senior, this way please. The two of them changed places. At a place where birds were singing and flowers were fragrant, Lin Fei started eating hot pot. Kid, you're famous now. You're quite daring to go against a prince. Space Emperor drank a mouthful of wine with a smile on his face. Can't help it. Lin Fei laughed. If I don't do anything, they'll think I'm easy to bully. Space Emperor laughed. This old man likes to hear that. Space Emperor laughed. Just a prince. As long as you don't kill him, nothing will happen. As an Undying expert, Space Emperor indeed had the right to say such words. Actually, I don't like princes, Lin Fei said. Fighting mutants turned into a place to fight for power. As a member of Thousand Sky Empire, this is a humiliation to me. Towards this old Undying expert, Lin Fei was very grateful. After all, he had helped him quite a bit. Now that he took the initiative to come over, it was impossible for him to be fine. After chatting, Space Emperor spoke. Great General, which organization do you intend to join? Join that organization? This made Lin Fei confused. Space Emperor laughed. Seems like you don't know. Lin Fei smiled bitterly. This, I really don't know. I don't know who or what organization it is. To be honest, Lin Fei really didn't know. Regarding the circle of undying experts, he didn't know much. It seemed like the news of this room hadn't spread out. When you reach undying, you will know the secret of this circle. Originally, you didn't have the right, but who asked you to defeat Long Tianqing? Everyone knew what kind of person Long Tianqing was. In the end, when this great general, Lin Fei, made his move, the situation became clear. An expert that could stand shoulder to shoulder with an old undying expert had appeared. Space Emperor said unhurriedly. Lin Fei came to a realization as well. It seemed like the waters weren't shallow at all. To think that they could even divide themselves into factions. Most importantly, this circle required one to have the strength of an undying expert. Our ancient alliance invites you to join. Space Emperor invited. Lin Fei thought, I just want to know, how many forces like the ancient alliance are there in Thousand Sky Empire? When Lin Fei defeated Long Tianqing, he knew that he would be noticed. However, he didn't expect it to be like this. The circle of undying experts wasn't simple. A total of 4. Space Emperor said, Ancient Alliance, Sky Sea, Grand Cloud Mountain and Sushan. 4 forces all about the same strength. However, among them, Sushan is the most mysterious. Because at our level, Sushan supports the myriad Sky Empire. Saying this, Lin Fei understood. Sushan and Thousand Sky Empire were very close. Our ancient alliance hopes that you can join. Space Emperor said, Our ancient alliance is willing to bring you to the miracle land that will open soon. We can even help you snatch the myriad world's God Pearl and break through your shackles to become a true undying expert. So many secrets. Let me think about it. Chapter 3759. Space Emperor did not say anything. This couldn't be more normal. After all, this wasn't a small matter. Congratulations, Master. The upper echelons of the myriad Sky Empire are coming to recruit you. The recruitment was indeed an accident. It could even be said that this was different from normal recruitment. It was another form of recruitment. Mutual benefit. A very equal circle. Naturally, it was different from ordinary recruitment. That's good too. Thankfully, I've grasped the power of spacetime, said Lin Fei. Otherwise, I really wouldn't be able to do anything to the Azure Dragon clan. Master, you can wait for a while. Regarding the Land of Miracles, we will find out soon. Lin Fei was not in a hurry. Joining a top force was no small matter. Lin Fei needed to understand it first. A few days later, after Long Tianqing's defeat, Lin Fei's name had spread throughout the Azure Dragon Weave and even the entire myriad Sky Empire. Tianqing, you've suffered a loss this time. This is all you can do. 2 figures entered the Azure Dragon Weave. Long Tianqing's expression was ugly. He forced an ugly smile. I understand. The azure-robed man Yi Qing said, It's good that you know. We have to accept this. Right now, our Tianhai needs Lin Fei. Long Tianqing smiled bitterly. Who knew that guy would be so strong? He's not any weaker than the old undying experts. If I knew he was so strong, I wouldn't have dared to attack him. To be honest, Long Tianqing regretted it. Our Tianhai has no conflict with Great General Lin Fei, Yi Qing said. We need Lin Fei to join Tianhai. In a short period of time, the Death Army's influence skyrocketed, and they displayed great power in the battle against the mutants. The 9th Prince's side was obviously weaker. Long Tianqing is here again. Listening to the report, Lin Fei frowned slightly. They also said that they came from Sky Sea, the subordinate added. They really came. Through the little devil, Lin Fei found a lot of information. More or less, he knew the influence of these 4 forces. Great General, you're young and promising. Yi Qing, the man in green, took the initiative to speak after sitting down. Our Tianhai needs someone like the great general, Yi Qing said. Our Tianhai has the strongest physical body cultivation technique, and it can also allow the great general's body to break through to the immortal level, and Yi Qing continued to offer benefits. He was very sincere. Tianxing, come out and admit your mistake. Yi Qing shouted behind him. Long Tianxing stood up. General, I shouldn't have attacked you a few days ago. It wasn't easy for Long Tianxing to say something like that. It's fine. I won't take this kind of thing to heart. Lin Fei said. Let's just treat it as a friendly spar. Moreover, Tianhao is working for me now. Actually, we aren't enemies. Now that the other party had taken the initiative to come out, Lin Fei had to give him face. This also made Lin Fei realize one thing. Long Tianxing was a member of Sky Sea's faction. If he extended it further, he might even be able to extend it to the Azure Dragon race. Yi Qing really wanted to invite Lin Fei to join. An expert in the spacetime Dao was definitely not easy to deal with. Great General's words are well said. Yi Qing said, as immortal experts we need to spar regularly. The following matters were simple. Sky Sea was willing to help Lin Fei get the Myriad Worlds God Pearl. They could even let him become the true great general of Wan Tian Empire. These conditions could indeed move the hearts of countless people. Unfortunately, they weren't interested in Lin Fei and tactfully said that they would consider it. After Sky Sea was Grand Cloud Mountain. Nobody seemed to have rushed to appear at the same time. It was unknown if they knew beforehand or if they had planned it beforehand. An immortal expert came to Grand Cloud Mountain, Yun Songhua. This Yun Songhua undying expert was even more direct than Gu Meng and Sky Sea. Great General, as long as you are willing to join Grand Cloud Mountain, you can state any conditions. There's nothing our Grand Cloud Mountain can't do. These conditions were even more tempting. Are you sure any conditions are fine? Lin Fei asked curiously. Of course. Yun Songhua said, any conditions are fine. Our Grand Cloud Mountain isn't as simple as you think. These words were filled with confidence. Then I plan to rule the Black Tortoise domain. Lin Fei smiled. This was an idea that popped up in his head. Yun Songhua's expression changed. Great General, please don't joke around. Lin Fei smiled. Actually, I'm joking too. Su Shan's people still didn't appear. Lin Fei was still calm. Master of the four top powers, the most suitable one for you to join is Gu Meng. Lin Fei was waiting for news. This news naturally referred to the information Little Fiend had gathered. Gu Meng, huh? Lin Fei had long since prepared for this result. Sky Sea, on the surface, was recruiting, but they had a close relationship with the Azure Dragon tribe. If he joined, Lin Fei was afraid that he would be tricked. As for Grand Cloud Mountain, because of a joke, Lin Fei didn't think highly of them. Finally, Su Shan was even easier to deal with. They didn't even make a move. Regardless of the reason, Lin Fei wouldn't join. Joining Gu Meng was the only choice. From Space Emperor, Lin Fei could see his sincerity. Compared to Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain, it was obviously different. Alright, then I'll join Gu Meng. Lin Fei was quick. He sent the message. Space Emperor came very quickly. Good kid, welcome to Gu Meng. From now on, Gu Meng will have a new member. Space Emperor smiled. I'll go inform those old fellows now. Lin Fei didn't stop him. Let's change locations. Space constantly changed as Space Emperor displayed his terrifying strength. What a pity! Yi Qing subconsciously shook his head when he heard the news. That Lin Fei isn't joining Sky Sea. What are we waiting for? Let's join hands and suppress that kid. Long Tianxing was exceptionally excited. It was good that he didn't join. Yi Qing stared at him. You only know how to fight and kill. Do you know how important it is for Gu Meng to have an additional Lin Fei? Long Tianxing snorted. What's there to be afraid of? No matter how powerful he isn't at the sempiternal realm. Destroying his fleshly body would be enough to make Lin Fei die 100 times over. Yi Qing shook his head and didn't say anything. You don't know what's good for you. Yun Songhua scolded. Those old fellows from Gumeng were really good at bluffing people. One space emperor was already hard to deal with. Adding another Lin Fei, the land of miracles, myriad world mountain, just thinking about it gave him a headache. After we return, we have to discuss this properly. Space Emperor brought Lin Fei through countless spaces. There was no pause in between. This caused Lin Fei to be secretly shocked. This escaping ability was indeed top-notch. Even Lin Fei himself needed the help of Little Devil to lock onto Space Emperor's position. We've arrived. A small space filled with birdsong and fragrant flowers appeared. Chapter 3760. Someone's here. After Lin Fei and Space Emperor entered the mini-space, all the experts in the mini-space appeared. The first to arrive was a muscular man carrying a huge axe, his body filled with explosive power. This is our Ancient Alliance's #1 expert, Regretful Blood Undying. Space Emperor introduced. Very strong. Different from Space Emperor, this Regretful Blood Undying was filled with explosive power, constantly giving off a strong pressure. At first glance, Lin Fei knew that this was the #1 expert of Ancient Alliance. Little Devil, what do you think my chances of winning against him? Lin Fei asked. Continuously forming unlimited God Dan after unlimited God Dan, even Lin Fei wasn't sure how strong he was. 50-50. Lin Fei was shocked by the Little Devil's words. So strong. Lin Fei could defeat normal Undyings. Saying he could crush them wasn't an exaggeration. But this one had a 50-50 chance that indeed shocked Lin Fei. Wan Tian Empire indeed has many experts. Regretful Blood Undying spoke quickly. This is Great General Lin Fei. Welcome to the Ancient Alliance. Regretful Blood Undying said generously. Thank you. Ancient Alliance had a total of 6 Undyings. To welcome Lin Fei's arrival, they were all gathered together. Lin Fei also got to know these Undyings. He didn't know them, but these Undyings all had strong powers behind them. Brother Lin, with you joining us, our Ancient Alliance will definitely catch them off guard in Myriad World Mountain. Spacetime Path. To be as strong as Brother Lin in the entire Wan Tian Empire, you're definitely a powerhouse. These guys are so passionate. Next day, Lin Fei rubbed his forehead. The 6 Undyings kept urging him to drink, plus the wine was extremely strong. He drank too much. Luckily my physique is strong, if not. Lin Fei shook his head. Too passionate. Brother Lin, your physical body is amazing. There aren't many in the Ancient Alliance who have trained to your level. Blood Regretful Immortal came, his face suffused with a hint of redness. Our Gumeng's wine is really overbearing, Lin Fei said. I won't dare to drink like that next time. Immortal Regretful Blood laughed heartily. Ha ha ha, in the future, even if you want to drink, no one will drink with you. Lin Fei laughed as well. Let's walk together. Alright. To be honest, it's hard to imagine that you could join the Ancient Alliance. Lin Fei understood what he meant. The Ancient Alliance's influence still existed, but it was declining year by year. Compared to the top forces, the Ancient Alliance was still a behemoth. You should know about Myriad World Mountain, right? The Immortal of Regretful Blood stopped by a lake. Somewhat, Lin Fei said. Can the Myriad World's Divine Pearl really have such a heaven-defying effect? The Immortal of Regretful Blood said, Myriad World Mountain is more terrifying than you can imagine. Myriad World Mountain is made up of territories that gather all kinds of heaven and earth essences. One Myriad World's Divine Pearl can break through the shackles of one's body and become immortal. I heard that this time, Lin Fei said. The old Emperor is only one step away. The Immortal of Regretful Blood said, but this time, it's also a threshold for the old Emperor. If he succeeds, he'll start a new era. If he fails, the Myriad Sky Empire will be destroyed. What about us? The immortal of regretful blood said, "Actually, our mission is very simple. We just have to defend against the mutants. As for the rest, we don't have to worry about it." "The old emperor will fail?" Lin Fei could tell. The immortal of regretful blood laughed heartily. "Today's weather is pretty good." Lin Fei was speechless, but he didn't continue to ask. "Master, the four forces of the myriad sky empire are probably all against us," Little Devil said. "When the time comes, we can fish in troubled waters." After opening up a cave in the ancient alliance, Lin Fei stayed for a while before leaving. During this time, he didn't stay idle. Instead, he sparred with the Undying of the Ancient Alliance. Among the 6 Undying of the Ancient Alliance, the one that Lin Fei couldn't deal with the most was the Space Emperor. His mobility was so strong that not any treasure could lock the space. With a flip of his hand, all sorts of obstacles would appear. He was definitely a troublesome existence. Next was the immortal of regretful blood. This person's strength was so strong that it was frightening. In a head-on clash, he couldn't gain any advantage. His physical body was clearly not very strong, but his strength was truly shocking. Congratulations, Master, for condensing another unlimited God Dan. After returning to the Azure Dragon Weave, Lin Fei continued to bury his head in training. Just one ancient alliance was already so strong. Then wouldn't the remaining Sky, Ocean, Cloud Mountain, and even Su Mountain be even more terrifying? Too slow, too slow. Lin Fei shook his head. Condensing unlimited God Dan is too slow now. Ever since he returned, Lin Fei had been training hard, but his progress didn't seem to be much. "Master wants to increase your speed, but that's not possible," Little Fiend said. "You can use formations, but you need large amounts of life essence. I still have 10,000 essence pool, but I don't know if that's possible." Lin Fei didn't forget about this. "Not enough," Little Fiend said. "Quickening formations requires large amounts of life essence. If Master wants, you can go to the Azure Dragon Race. They have a dragon race space with a huge dragon pool that has been passed down since the desolate ancient era." "You want me to send myself to death?" Lin Fei was speechless. "I am very strong now, but not strong enough to fight against the entire Azure Dragon race." Lin Fei didn't want to send himself to death. He wasn't a newbie now. The strength of the Azure Dragon race was accumulated over generations, and not just anyone could shake them. If the unlimited God body was formed, Lin Fei could give it a try. But forget about it now. "Master, you misunderstood," Little Fiend said. "You can't fight, but you can enter with another identity." "What identity?" "Benefactor," Little Fiend said. "The Azure Dragon race will definitely agree." "Master, you said you want to go to our Azure Dragon race and the Dragon race space." Long Tianhao was very surprised when he heard this. "Can't I go?" Lin Fei smiled. "I'm still worried that those old men will eat me." Ever since joining the Ancient Alliance, Lin Fei's status had changed. Although the Azure Dragon race was strong, they weren't arrogant enough to go against the Ancient Alliance. "Oh right, help me pass a message to them. Tell them that I can reopen the Dragon Cave," Lin Fei said calmly. Long Tianhao was stunned and his mind went blank. "Master, how did you know?" Long Tianhao's tone became anxious. This was the Azure Dragon race's big secret, and he had only found out not long ago. "But now, just go back and tell them that," Lin Fei said. "I'll send a message right away." Long Tianhao sent the message without hesitation. He didn't even know that his voice was trembling. Chapter 3761. Azure Dragon Weave, Azure Dragon Tribe. Long Shan. Long Tianhao braced himself and returned. The upper echelons of the Green Dragon tribe all admired the popular man beside the general. The outside world didn't know that Lin Fei had joined the Ancient Alliance, but the Green Dragon tribe knew about it immediately. From the moment he joined the Ancient Alliance, Lin Fei was no longer fighting alone. He was a power, the true power of the Wantian Empire. The Azure Dragon tribe had a deep foundation, but they didn't want to offend the ancient alliance. Long Tianhao was one of Lin Fei's men. The Azure Dragon tribe was overjoyed. At least they had a connection. This was good news. Long Tianhao conveyed Lin Fei's words. Long Jingtao, the patriarch of the Azure Dragon clan, couldn't help but gasp. Did he really say that? Long Jingtao couldn't help but be shocked. Not many people in the Azure Dragon tribe knew that the dragon lair couldn't be opened. He almost suspected that there was a traitor in the Azure Dragon tribe. That's what the general said. Long Tianhao added. I don't think he's lying. Maybe he really can open the dragon lair. Long Jingtao said. Then do you know what the dragon lair represents? Long Tianhao smiled bitterly. Tribe leader, of course I know. But I also know that this is an opportunity to strengthen the Azure Dragon tribe. An opportunity. Long Jingtao's eyes lit up. Then let him come. Ever since the dragon lair couldn't be opened, it had a huge impact on the Azure Dragon tribe. Even if there was only a 1% chance, Long Jingtao had to give it a try. The Azure Dragon tribe had agreed to be his guest. Lin Fei wasn't surprised at all. It would be strange if they didn't agree. Any courageous tribe leader would make the wisest choice. Master, our Azure Dragon tribe doesn't agree. I'm afraid that some people will make things difficult for you when you go to the Azure Dragon tribe. Long Tianhao said in a low voice. I hope that Master will be merciful when the time comes. Long Tianhao didn't know how strong his master was now. The only thing he knew was that he was very strong, very strong. Even Long Tianxing couldn't withstand a single blow. If those old fellows of the Azure Dragon clan really took him seriously, their fates would be tragic. Others might not know, but Long Tianhao had some knowledge of it. Lin Fei said with a smile, as long as they speak nicely, I won't do anything to them. After all, the Azure Dragon clan is so famous. I don't want to be hunted down. Master, Dragon Mountain is just ahead. Long Tianhao acted as the guide this time. Stretching his hand forward, Zhang Xian executed a series of hand seals, following which the scene before him suddenly changed. Multiple pseudo-dragons could be seen flying in the sky or resting on the ground. I thought your Dragon Mountain would be on the Dragon Island. Long Tianhao laughed dryly. That's old news. Dragon Mountain was huge. The aura of dragons was everywhere. Ha 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 ha, this must be General Brother Lin. In the depths of Dragon Mountain, a palace appeared. Before Lin Fei and Long Tianhao could say anything, a figure walked out of the palace entrance and greeted them directly. Behind him, there were 5 or 6 figures with exceptionally strong auras. Long Tianhao's expression changed slightly. Master, the 5 magnates of our Azure Dragon clan are here. So it's the 5 magnates. No wonder they aren't weak. Lin Fei said with a smile. At first glance, the 6 people who appeared were all at the immortal realm. The leader was the strongest, and the 5 behind him were 3 to 5 times stronger than ordinary immortal realm expert. Long Tianhao explained, they are the 5 strongest elders of our Azure Dragon clan. Generations of patriarchs were chosen from these 5 magnates. Before breaking through to the infinite god body, Lin Fei indeed wasn't their match. But now these threats weren't threats anymore. In Lin Fei's eyes, these people were too weak. I am Lin Fei. Lin Fei said faintly. It was also the first time Azure Dragon clan leader Long Jingtao saw Lin Fei. He was younger than he had imagined, and he had a terrifying and dangerous aura. He was like a heavy mountain that could crush anything. After Long Jingtao stopped, the 5 magnates behind him stopped as well. They were also sizing up General Lin Fei. But one of the magnates had a gloomy expression. You are General Lin Fei? You've got guts. You injured the experts of our Azure Dragon clan, and you still dare to come as a guest. Do you think we'll be afraid of you just because you're a general? Long Jingtao glared at the magnate. Shut up. Watch your words. General, this is the 5th elder of our Azure Dragon clan. He has a bad temper, please don't mind him. Lin Fei smiled faintly. Actually, I don't have a very good temper, so I can understand. What do you mean? Fifth Elder Long Tianlong's expression darkened. Enough, Long Jingtao said coldly. General is our honored guest. If you dare spout nonsense again, don't blame me for being impolite. Fifth Elder Long Tianlang didn't say anything, as if afraid of Long Jingtao's might. Master, Long Tianxing is on the Fifth Elder's side. Long Tianhao's voice sounded in his ear. That's why he's against you. The 5 magnates of the Azure Dragon clan, along with the clan leader, welcomed him personally. This caused quite a stir within the Azure Dragon clan. Why was this lord here? Recently, the most eye-catching person in the Azure Dragon Weave was none other than General Lin Fei of the Death Legion. He had immediately killed the Azure Dragon City Lord's eldest son and then clashed with the 9th Prince. He was in the limelight. After entering the Great Hall, Long Jingtao had arranged for tea to be prepared and personally served him. The reopening of the Dragon Lair meant a lot to the Azure Dragon clan. They wouldn't miss out on any glimmer of hope. This tea is not bad. Lin Fei put down his cup. You don't mind giving me some, right? No problem if the general wants it. It's an honor for this dragon tea to catch your eye. Long Jingtao smiled. So this is dragon tea. It's as domineering as tea leaves. Lin Fei quite liked drinking this tea. It was filled with domineering energy, and if one's body was slightly weak, they would explode. Lin Fei's body was so strong now that tea didn't affect him at all. Compared to those soft tea leaves, this dragon tea was naturally much better. I heard from Tianhao that the general has a way to open the dragon lair. One of the magnates couldn't sit still after drinking a few cups of tea. Lin Fei could sit still. They might not be able to sit still. The clan leader couldn't speak, but the elders could. I can open the dragon lair. Lin Fei smiled. That's why I've come to the Azure Dragon clan. I'm very interested in the dragon lair. The dragon lair is the sacred land of our Azure Dragon clan. Outsiders aren't allowed to enter, the 5th elder said coldly. Even if you're the general and an undying expert, you still can't enter. Long Tianlang hated Lin Fei quite a bit. How could he agree so easily? General, as long as you can open the dragon lair, you will obtain the friendship of our Azure Dragon clan. Chapter 3762. At this moment, the other head elder spoke up. When they heard the news from their chief, they didn't really believe it. Ever since the dragon lair went wrong, the 5 head elders had spent a lot of time and energy researching and trying to restore it. However, they couldn't find the cause and were at their wits' end. Even now, they still didn't have the confidence to reopen it. Now, it had become a pain in their hearts. Without the dragon lair, the Azure Dragon tribe would weaken generation after generation. They would no longer be able to control the entire Azure Dragon Weave. When they heard that great General Lin Fei could reopen it, they were skeptical at first. However, they decided to take a look. What if it was true? Lin Fei had a smile on his face. Do you know? Your words are very unpleasant to hear. Long Tianhao shrunk his neck and didn't dare to make a sound. He prayed that nothing bad would happen. Long Jingtao did want them to test him. If Lin Fei backed down, that would be the best. Great General, the friendship of the Azure Dragon tribe isn't something that anyone can obtain. Even the princes of the Azure Dragon Weave will have to behave themselves in order to gain the friendship of our dragon clan. That's right. Our Azure Dragon Weave allows you to suppress the 9th prince and make him shut up, said another head elder. As long as you're in the Azure Dragon Weave, we'll cooperate with you no matter what you do. Long Tianlang said, Great General, you have to think this through. If it was anyone else, they wouldn't be as accommodating as we are right now. Lin Fei was quite disappointed with the Azure Dragon race. Did they look like they were going to eat him up? Does that mean that the Azure Dragon tribe doesn't intend to reopen the dragon lair? Lin Fei smiled. There wasn't a trace of anger on his face. That's fine. I'll leave now. How dare you? Long Tianlong's tone darkened. A draconic aura surged. The Dragon Mountain isn't a place where you can come and go as you please. Speak properly. Long Jingtao coldly snorted, causing the void to tremble as if it was about to collapse. He apologized to Lin Fei. Great General, you've misunderstood. That's not what we meant. Lin Fei said lightly. If you want the Dragon Cave to reopen, then agree to my conditions. Otherwise, your Azure Dragon clan should prepare to decline. There aren't many kind-hearted people like me. I just need to enter. Only then did Long Jingtao realize that the young Lin Fei did have some ability to sit on the general's seat. Great General, our ancestors have ordered. Lin Fei forcefully interrupted the Azure Dragon Patriarch's words. I don't care about the ancestral token. Since I opened the Dragon Cave, I must enter. Let me tell you, my patience is limited. After today, I won't be so easy to talk to in the future. Long Jingtao's eyes flashed with displeasure. The person in front of him was too domineering. This was the Azure Dragon clan. Long Jingtao had managed to restrain a few of the heavyweights. It was indeed not a good time to offend Lin Fei. Whether it was true or not, he would only know after trying. Long Jingtao said in a low voice, since the great general has already said so, if our Azure Dragon clan still doesn't know what's good for us, we'll be laughed at. I'll allow you to enter the Dragon Cave. But if you are trying to deceive our Azure Dragon clan, even if you are the great general, our Azure Dragon clan will not let this matter rest. Long Jingtao added. Lin Fei said casually, remember what you said. Don't be lazy when the time comes. I have a bad temper. If something bad happens, don't blame me. Our Azure Dragon clan still cares about our reputation. Long Jingtao said, of course it won't happen. As for bad temper, the Azure Dragon clan had the worst temper in the entire Azure Dragon weave. Patriarch, are we really going to let that kid in? Long Tianlang said. Our Dragon clan's ancestral rules. Long Jingtao only agreed with Lin Fei's words by 30%, and the other 30% was mostly from Gu Meng. How will we know if we don't try? Long Jingtao said. If we succeed and the Dragon Cave reopens, our Azure Dragon clan will have another batch of geniuses. Then what should we do with Lin Fei? Long Jingtao narrowed his eyes, a cold glint flashing across his eyes. Isn't he going in? Then let him stay. When the Ancient Alliance hears about this, they won't dare to say anything. Many of the strongest Dragon Clan cultivators were buried in the Dragon Cave. Even Long Jingtao didn't dare to barge in recklessly. Unless it was at a specific time, Long Jingtao wouldn't dare to barge in even if he had 100 guts. Lin Fei didn't care what they were talking about. He just wanted to enter the Dragon Cave. Great General, this way please. Long Jingtao led the way. The 5 Grand Elders followed as well. Isn't the Dragon Cave in Dragon Mountain? Lin Fei felt that they were heading in the wrong direction. They were heading out to sea. The Dragon Cave is the resting place of our Dragon Clan's ancestors. Naturally, it can't be in Dragon Mountain. Long Jingtao said. It's peaceful overseas. The group moved quickly. The Green Dragon Clan specialized in speed. As for Lin Fei, there was no need to mention him. His physical body was strong, and with the little demon's help, he had long since created a set of movement skills called Void Windwalk steps. Every step he took was a huge leap. Long Jingtao was shocked. This was the perfect use of his physique and movement technique. If they were to compete in speed, even the Green Dragon Clan cultivators would have to step aside. 4 hours later, the group arrived overseas, on an inconspicuous island in the sea. Below us is our Holy Earth Dragon Cave. Long Jingtao had a solemn expression on his face as he waved his hand, causing a door to appear. A door also appeared on the island, and a connection was established. Great General, please enter. Long Jingtao cupped his hands. Lin Fei stepped into the door. At the end of the door was a stone wall. The stone wall was filled with a majestic dragon aura. There was even an illusory green dragon that was absorbing spiritual energy from the air. The moment Lin Fei appeared, the circling green dragon instantly surrounded him. The divine dragon swung its tail and roared. The void collapsed, turning it into a land of death. This power was protecting the stone wall. After one attack, he was met with a group of Undying Realm cultivators. "You're dead and you still want to do evil," Lin Fei roared. He punched out with one hand. Everywhere it passed, the illusory green dragon collapsed and everything returned to normal. Still not done. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Long Jingtao stepped in and took a deep breath. This Lin Fei has trained his spacetime power to an extremely high level. His physique is also terrifyingly strong. The purest power can easily reach the Undying Realm. "Apologies, Great General." Long Jingtao cupped his hands. "We haven't been here for a long time. We forgot that this place has the will of our clan's experts. We were careless and almost caused Great General to suffer." Lin Fei waved his hand. "It's just an inanimate object. No need to make a fuss." Chapter 3763. When Lin Fei casually made a move, the expressions of the 5 Azure Dragon Tribe's elders, who originally wanted to watch a joke, changed again. "This is the Dragon Cave. I'll leave it to you to open it," Long Jingtao said. The 5 elders didn't believe that Lin Fei had the ability. Lin Fei smiled. "That's easy. There's no rush." After seeing the Dragon Cave, Little Devil analyzed the problem. The success rate was 100%. Lin Fei didn't have anything to worry about. Long Tianlang snorted. "But we're in a rush. Are you trying to trick us? You should know what will happen to you then. You're all Immortal Realm experts. Your mentality isn't good enough," Lin Fei said. "Can't you see that I'm busy?" Busy? They really didn't see it. "If any of you continue to speak and disturb my train of thought, you'll bear the consequences," Lin Fei said. "If something goes wrong, don't blame me." Long Tianlang was about to speak, but Long Jingtao stopped him with a look. "Shut up. If you ruin something, you'll be the sinner of the Azure Dragon Tribe." Everyone quieted down. Lin Fei stared at the Dragon Cave. No one knew what he was doing, but the 5 elders didn't dare to disturb him. Not even Long Jingtao. The world was big, but Lin Fei was the most powerful. If it worked, it wouldn't be a problem for him to be scolded. If it didn't work, they had ways to take care of him. No one could stop him. An hour later, Lin Fei retracted his gaze. "Prepare these materials immediately. Don't tell me that the Azure Dragon Tribe doesn't have them." A list floated over. "Your dragon cave can't be opened because there's a problem with the tunnel. What I need to do now is to fix it," Lin Fei said. "If you don't believe me, then I'll leave." "There's a problem with the tunnel?" Long Jingtao was surprised by this result. When he saw the materials on the list, he couldn't help but suck in a breath of cold air. He was going to bleed a lot this time. Long Jingtao recognized many of the valuable materials. Even if it was the Azure Dragon race, it would take them some time to obtain it. To bet or not to bet? This is a problem. "Master, you are so bad. Such a large amount of materials will definitely make them vomit blood." The little demon laughed evilly. Lin Fei snickered. "If I don't trick them, they'll think that they're the king of heaven. If they want to bully me, they'll have to pay a price. I'm being kind." The 5 elders of the Azure Dragon sect were also dubious about this result. The passageway was broken. The materials on the list made their breathing quicken. "Great General, do we need so many materials to repair a passageway?" Long Jingtao asked. Lin Fei nodded. "I've already said it. You can choose to believe it or not. It's that simple." Long Jingtao was struggling internally. If it didn't work out, a lot of blood loss was inevitable. Such a price would cause the Azure Dragon race to feel heartache for a very long time. However, if they succeeded, the benefits would be unimaginable. The 5 elders of the Azure Dragon race were extremely unwilling, But in the end, Long Jingtao insisted. Gather the materials in 3 days, and I'll start repairing the passageway. Lin Fei said. Of course, you can find someone stronger than me to repair it. I have no objections. Great General, you must be joking, Long Jingtao said. Once the Azure Dragon race has decided on someone, we won't change our minds easily. The Azure Dragon race immediately got to work. In just 3 days, with their connections, they finally gathered all the materials that Lin Fei needed. The Azure Dragon race had suffered significant losses. Great General, I'm counting on you. Long Jingtao brought in the materials. I'll definitely do what I promised. Lin Fei smiled. I'm the Great General of the Death Legion, a member of the Ancient Alliance, not those liars. Long Jingtao had wanted to watch, but Lin Fei chased him away. He sent him away with a single sentence. The opening of the Dragon Cave requires the secret arts of the Azure Dragon race. Do you think I can enter in advance? This sentence left Long Jingtao speechless. Chief, I suspect that Lin Fei is trying to trick us. Long Tianlang said unhappily. Repairing the spatial passageway is unprecedented. There's no way he can do it. There are so many materials, some of which are priceless. Isn't it too extravagant to use them to repair the passageway? Long Jingtao gritted his teeth. We just need to see the result. If he really dares to trick us, then even if he's the Great General of the Death Legion, the Ancient Alliance will not be able to leave. Chief, don't worry. We've set up a formation within a 10,000-mile radius. Lin Fei won't be able to leave. Lin Fei kept the materials. He followed Little Fiend's instructions and started working. In reality, the Dragon Cave couldn't be opened. It had been too long, and the connection had broken down. As long as the connection was fixed, the rest would be easy. If not for Little Fiend, Lin Fei wouldn't have been able to tell. It was too mysterious. This was an eye-opener for Lin Fei. Little Fiend was truly a heaven-defying existence. One could even say that she was the strongest support. It's done. Lin Fei easily fixed the connection. Once the connection was restored, he could feel the violent aura from the depths of the Dragon Cave. Even though it was just a sliver, it gave off an invincible aura that struck Lin Fei's soul. As expected of the Dragon Cave, it looked like an inconspicuous impact, but Lin Fei's eyes lit up. Master, I was right. This Dragon Cave is a top-notch cultivation ground. Little Fiend mocked. Only the Green Dragon tribe doesn't know about it. Lin Fei couldn't help but get excited. If I can break through in the Dragon Cave, my strength will skyrocket. My infinite god body can also break through to level 9. 1 month later. You can come in now. Just as Long Jingtao and the rest were about to lose their patience, Lin Fei's voice rang out, a hint of exhaustion in his voice. Great General, what are you? Long Jingtao was also shocked when he saw Lin Fei. Compared to before, Lin Fei looked too haggard. He looked as if he had aged decades. His essence, qi, and spirit were all greatly affected. This made the Green Dragon tribe's 5th elder, who was about to attack, speechless. The space tunnel is not easy to fix. Lin Fei smiled bitterly. Luckily, I didn't let you down. It's finally fixed. It's fixed. Long Jingtao and the rest were overjoyed. Let's try it and you'll know. Lin Fei stepped aside. Yes, let's try it and you'll know. Long Jingtao took out a treasure and activated it. The 5 Green Dragon tribe's elders formed a series of hand seals, drawing out the attraction of the treasure. Thousands of rays of light gathered to form an illusory dragon. Roar! Remember the mobile version. Chapter 3764. With a roar. Illusory green dragons appeared on the stone door of the Dragon Cave, circling around. A black whirlpool appeared in the depths of the cave. We really did it! We did it, the Dragon Cave can be opened again. Whether it was Patriarch Long Jingtao or the 5 elders, their faces were all filled with joy. They had taken a gamble, and they really succeeded. This was definitely out of their expectations. A problem that had troubled the Green Dragon sect was solved just like that. Great General, please forgive me for not trusting you before, Long Jingtao said gratefully. Thank you for repairing the dragon cave. From today onwards, you are the benefactor of our dragon clan. Lin Fei smiled. Forget about being a benefactor. This is a deal between us. You paid the price and I got what I wanted. I wonder if I can enter the dragon cave now. Long Jingtao smiled. Great General, you can enter the dragon cave anytime you want. However, it has been a long time since the dragon cave has been opened. I'm afraid that there will be danger everywhere. Why don't you wait for a few days and enter with the experts of our clan? Lin Fei had no time to waste. There's no need to go through so much trouble, Lin Fei said. I have thick skin and flesh. I won't get hurt so easily. Great General, if you insist on entering, then I can only say be careful, Long Jingtao said. Outsiders who enter the dragon cave will have to stay for half a month. Once the time is up, the dragon cave will automatically close. Great General, remember this. Then I'll go in first. Lin Fei nodded. He took a step forward and turned into a black ray of light, charging into the whirlpool. After a short while, Clan leader, why did you let him in? Long Tianlang said in a low voice. Our dragon cave hasn't been opened in a long time. If there are any treasures, they will be given to Lin Fei. Why don't we go in together and find a place to kill Lin Fei? He's just a great general. How could he be more powerful than those people? The dragon cave is our home ground. Long Jingtao smiled faintly. You guys are stupid. You're all immortal experts. Fighting and killing is such a shameful thing. If we want to deal with Lin Fei, that's easy. We'll just wait at the exit. With Lin Fei, we can go in and see what has changed inside the dragon cave. The 5 elders of the Green Dragon sect looked ashamed. The patriarch was the patriarch, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The patriarch is still the best. Not only did we get Lin Fei to investigate the situation in the dragon cave, if Lin Fei brings out the treasures, won't they belong to us afterwards? It's not easy to find such a free labor. Ha 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 ha. Long Jingtao was all smiles. This time, he would definitely be able to completely dominate Lin Fei. Whatever great general or not, it was useless in the Azure Dragon clan. Roar. Lin Fei came out of the passage. The entire dark space was filled with continuous roars. Infinite God body, immovable mountain. In his human form, Lin Fei was met with a sound wave attack from all directions. In that situation, countless cracks were left on Lin Fei's body. So strong. Lin Fei's infinite God body had reached level 8. Even an immortal expert couldn't easily injure him. But in the dragon cave, he was affected. Is this the difference between outsiders? Lin Fei cursed. The Azure Dragon clan is really sinister and shameless. Unfortunately, they met me and couldn't kill me in one go. Lin Fei activated his infinite God body. The sound wave attack hit his body, but it only made his blood and chi fluctuate, but not that strong. Azure Dragon skeleton. Lin Fei strode forward, covering a distance with each step. Not long after, he saw a giant skeleton. It was the original body of the Azure Dragon clan. The shortest one was several hundred zhang long. Even after death, it still left an indelible dragon aura. Little devil, have you checked the dragon cave? There was no living aura in the dragon cave, but it was filled with a violent aura. This aura was even more frightening. Master, this dragon cave has the will of the Azure Dragon clan's experts. After absorbing them, a dragon king was born with the power of the Peak Immortal Realm. Peak Immortal Realm. Lin Fei took in a breath of cold air. The Immortal Realm had 4 levels: Early Immortal Realm, Middle Immortal Realm, Late Immortal Realm, and Peak Immortal Realm. The old Emperor of Thousand Sky Empire was at the Peak Immortal Realm. And now, he encountered a Dragon King at the Peak Immortal Realm. This made Lin Fei's heart tighten. Then how can I absorb the essence here? Lin Fei didn't want to be slapped to death. He was strong now, but he was still far from the Dragon King's level. Master, don't worry, Little Devil said. This Dragon King is in a deep sleep. Even if Master absorbs all the life essence in this Dragon Cave, that Dragon King won't wake up. Are you sure you're not fooling me? Master, just absorb it. Little Devil smiled. I've analyzed and calculated. If you absorb the life essence here, the effect of condensing the infinite divine pellet will be better. Then I'll start. Lin Fei gritted his teeth, opened his body, and opened his mouth to suck. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. With Lin Fei as the center, a big whirlpool appeared. The drifting life essence poured into his body. Cool. So cool. Lin Fei cheered. Condense. In the flesh of the infinite God body, under the accumulation of life essence, an infinite divine pellet was opened. This was something he couldn't compare to before. Because the effect of condensing before was too bad, each time he condensed an infinite divine pellet, he had to consume life essence. Lin Fei had to cultivate for a while before he could continue. But now, he didn't have to worry about that anymore. Little Devil had long calculated the path ahead. Now that he had an abundant supply of life essence, condensing the infinite divine pellet was smooth sailing. No one could stop him. Boom boom boom. Lin Fei immersed himself in condensing. Every time his body shook, it meant that he was condensing the infinite divine pellet. The whirlpool that was only a few dozen feet started to grow bigger. 10 feet, 300 feet, 1,000 feet. 3,000 feet, 10,000 feet. The huge whirlpool plundered the life essence of the dragon cavern. Those illusory dragons struggled and roared. Once they got close to the whirlpool, they would be sucked in. The pressure on Lin Fei's body also became heavier and heavier. The number of infinite divine pellets in his body increased rapidly. Anyone who saw this would feel terrified and horrified. This was a true monster. This kind of crazy absorption also attracted some powerful consciousnesses in the dragon cavern. A human has barged in. Kill him. Kill. Under the violent consciousnesses there was a crazy killing intent. The consciousnesses turned into azure dragons, soaring in the clouds and displaying their dragon might. But once they got close, they were immediately sucked away by the huge whirlpool, crushed into the purest existence, and entered Lin Fei's body. Genius 1 second to remember website. Mobile version. Chapter 3765. Inside the Dragon Cave, Lin Fei was furiously absorbing the life essence left behind by the green dragon cultivators. His strength was increasing rapidly. One by one, the infinite divine pills were formed. The entire dragon cave was in chaos. All the wills left behind by the green dragon cultivators were crushed by the whirlpool and absorbed by Lin Fei. Boom! Lin Fei's body shook. His infinite divine body broke through to the 9th level. He was on his way to the final level. The number of infinite divine pills in his body had reached 900, and he was on his way to 1,000 infinite dantions. Roar! In the depths of the dragon cave, an earth-shattering roar could be heard. Long Jingtao, who had been guarding outside, suddenly had a strange look on his face. Not good, there's a change in the dragon cave. Long Jingtao had planned to wait for the rabbit to come to him, but Long Ku's roar had affected their bloodlines. My bloodline is in chaos. Damn it, it must be Lin Fei who caused trouble. Go in. The dragon cave was the sacred land of the green dragon tribe. Nothing could happen to it. Let's go. Long Jingtao's eyes flashed with viciousness. Reckless fool, you asked for it. Long Jingtao would not allow anyone to destroy the dragon cave. He stepped into the dragon cave, followed by the 5 elders of the green dragon tribe. What's going on? When they entered the dragon cave, the changes inside caused their expressions to change. Inside the huge dragon cave, endless life essence was flowing towards a certain place. It's Lin Fei. He's stealing the life essence left behind by the previous generations of experts. Long Tianlang gritted his teeth, his eyes spitting fire. I knew it. He's up to no good when he helped us repair the dragon cave. Kill. Long Jingtao's expression was ugly. How audacious. The 6 of them chased in that direction. Not long after, they saw a huge whirlpool that was plundering life essence. Countless green dragon cultivators' wills were crushed. Lin Fei, you deserve to die. Long Jingtao roared in anger, raising his hand and slamming it down. This was the life essence left behind by past generations. Now that it had been stolen by Lin Fei, Long Jingtao had no choice but to kill Lin Fei on the spot. If he didn't die, he wouldn't be able to vent his hatred. With this slap, illusory dragons rushed out of the palm. There were dozens of them, and they roared as they swooped down. I'm very bold. What can you do to me? Lin Fei, who had been sitting cross-legged all this time, suddenly opened his eyes and raised his hand. This palm was very ordinary. The dozens of long dragon phantoms instantly collapsed. Your dragon cave's life essence is mine. No one can stop me. Lin Fei laughed. If you retreat now, you can still be the patriarch with peace of mind. If you dare to attack again, I will be the first to kill you. He opened his mouth and sucked in a large amount of life essence. Long Jingtao was infuriated. Dragon God Seal. Long Jingtao waved his hand and a square seal smashed down. This was an immortal treasure. Only the patriarch could inherit it, and it was the Green Dragon tribe's strongest treasure. Once the Dragon God Seal appeared, it could destroy everything in its path. Roar! The Dragon God Seal turned into a huge mountain. On top of the mountain, the Dragon God coiled, looking down from above. With a roar, the void collapsed. The place where Lin Fei was instantly destroyed. The huge whirlpool also disappeared without a trace. The patriarch is still the best. No one has ever been able to withstand the Dragon God Seal. Even the strongest body will end up the same. Long Tianlang laughed proudly. I heard that Lin Fei's body is very strong. I wonder if he's as weak as tofu in front of the Dragon God Seal. The Green Dragon tribe's 5 elders all laughed. How dare he act so presumptuously in front of the patriarch? Long Jingtao stood with his hands behind his back, a proud look on his face. So what if he's the general of the army of death? So what if he has a strong body? Under the Dragon God Seal, there's nothing left of him. The Dragon God Seal was the reason why the Green Dragon tribe had been able to hold the position of patriarch for generations. Is this the strongest attack of the Green Dragon tribe? All of a sudden, a figure rushed out from underground. Dressed in black, who else could it be but Lin Fei? Other than looking a little ragged, there were no other visible injuries. Lin Fei smiled disdainfully. You're still so proud of yourself. With this strength, you're more like loosening my bones. Did you forget that I have the power of space and time? In front of the power of space and time, any attack would be weakened by half. Then let's go again. Long Jingtao activated the Dragon God Seal again. This time, it was even more powerful. Lin Fei looked up and smiled. You hit me just now. Now it's my turn. He clasped his hand together, and the eagle soars the sky struck the Dragon God Seal from below. A power as vast as the sea erupted, and the Dragon God Seal paused for a moment before flying backward like a meteor. Humph, it seems like I'm still very strong. Lin Fei roared with laughter as he attacked Long Jingtao once again. His 5 fingers were like mountains as they smashed down viciously with the might of a monarch descending from the heavens. Long Jingtao's body shook, and a 3,000 feet long azure dragon rushed out, its power unparalleled. Lin Fei, you want to fight me? Bang! As soon as he said that, the mountain-like palm slammed into Long Jingtao's huge body. Crack, 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 crack. Countless cracks covered his huge body, and large amounts of dragon blood flowed out. Long Jingtao crashed into the ground cracked, and his whole body sank into the ground. How can this be? Long Jingtao struggled. A huge hand reached out, 5 fingers bent, and grabbed Long Jingtao's head, pulling him out from the ground. Now, do you still want to kill me? Lin Fei squinted, holding Long Jingtao's body. Isn't it just absorbing something? Do you have to kill me? Patriarch. The Green Dragon Magnate's 5th elder was shocked. The Patriarch was defeated. Lin Fei's performance was too fierce. Save the Patriarch. The 5 took out all kinds of treasures and attacked. You guys are smart, not daring to fight me head-on. Lin Fei turned back and smiled. With a flick of his finger, a ball of power swept out, and all kinds of attacks collapsed. The remaining power did not stop, crushing their bodies. One by one, they crashed into the ground. Whoever dares to move, die. The cold voice made their blood boil. They struggled to get up, but their expressions changed. For a moment, they did not dare to move. Too strong. The power of a flick of his finger made them lose the ability to resist. If they really moved, they might really be killed. They did not like the cold, killing intent in those words. Be obedient, don't give me a chance to kill you. Lin Fei turned back. Do you think I should kill you, or? Long Jingtao could not move, and did not dare to. The other party's palm contained enough power to kill him. General, you win. You can do whatever you want. Long Jingtao said with difficulty. Chapter 3766. After his power skyrocketed, an immortal realm expert like Long Jingtao could be easily suppressed by Lin Fei. The infinite divine body was indeed abnormally overbearing. If it wasn't for the fortuitous encounter and the guidance of little Demonis, wanting to cultivate to this realm would be as difficult as ascending to the heavens. Inside the dragon cave, Long Jingtao and the other 5 stood obediently, not daring to move an inch. They couldn't do anything about this level of power. They had all experienced the terror of a moment of life and death. Chief, do we have to accept our fate? Long Jingtao shook his head in despair when he heard the message. His eyes gazed at the silhouette not far from them. What else can I do? Lin Fei's too strong. If I'm not wrong, I'm afraid he's at the peak of immortal realm. How could they resist such a level of power? Crush them to death. Long Jingtao finally understood it. The opponent cultivated time and space power. Once he used it, any power would be suppressed. It would be hard to resist. Unless the one in the dragon cave takes action. Long Jingtao paused. But the chances of that person making a move aren't very high. Maybe it's a 50-50 chance. Half. Long Jingtao knew what that meant. Lin Fei, the great general of the Death Army, was an undefeatable existence. In the entire Wantian Empire, only a few people could resist him. It seems like I need more time to break through the shackles of the infinite God body. A large amount of life essence from the dragon cave flowed into his body. The speed of condensation slowed down. Lin Fei was prepared. If it was that easy to break through, the infinite God body wouldn't be that easy to cultivate. Lin Fei believed that he would not be able to find a second person who could reach this level in such a short period of time. Even the creator of this cultivation method would not be able to make up for it. Lin Fei was confident about this. Master, the strongest expert in the dragon cave, is taking action. Suddenly, Imp opened her mouth to remind him. Lin Fei raised his head and looked over. He stopped circulating his energy and punched upwards. In that instant, a towering dragon claw appeared above Lin Fei's head, crushing down like the heavens and earth. It was majestic, like a sovereign descending from the heavens. Boom! Boom! In the collision, the void was torn apart. Long Jingtao and the others had no time to defend, so they could only revert to their true forms and be swept away. All the way to the end of the dragon cavern, their true forms were covered in crack. The dragon god has made his move. Long Jingtao vomited a mouthful of blood, but his eyes flickered with joy. It was good that he made a move. That was the strongest expert in the dragon cave. Roar! After the dragon claw failed, A dragon roar followed. The void collapsed again. A huge phantom drilled out of the void and boundless rage descended. Humans! Damn it! Under the dragon's roar, Lin Fei rushed up and grabbed out with his hand. Space and time turned into a blade, and the blade swept through the world, slashing down on the illusory dragon. You're just an existence of willpower, yet you want to kill me? Lin Fei laughed. With a slash of the space-time blade, the illusory dragon was split into two. Show me your true abilities. Otherwise, I'll kill as many as you come. Lin Fei rushed into the void and went straight into the depth. In the depths of the dragon cave, a figure condensed, and with a wave of his hand, he unleashed a powerful divine ability. A huge world descended. Lin Fei landed in this world. In this world, countless dragons roared and rushed up one by one, as if they were real. Slash. With a slash, it pierced through the entire world. In front of this slash, all attacks instantly collapse. The dragons also began to collapse, unable to withstand the attack at all. The world collapsed. A black-robed figure punched out, destroying the remaining power of the slash. His eyes were filled with a cold light as he swept over. Kill. In the next breath, the black-robed figure arrived in front of him, and the void where Lin Fei was collapsed on the spot. Before the attack arrived, the other party's power had already crushed him. Strong. Good timing. Lin Fei went up to meet him. To meet such an opponent right after breaking through, his fighting spirit was aroused. Watch how I destroy your willpower. Retreat. Long Jingtao retracted his true form. The void collapsed, and a terrifying aftershock swept over. Even Long Jingtao himself found it very difficult to resist. He kept retreating, and in the blink of an eye, he reached the end of the dragon cave, his face filled with shock. How can he be so strong? The battle in the void was not an ordinary accumulation. Long Jingtao could barely see the traces of the battle. The power of those punches and kicks was filled with the aura of great terror and death. This level of strength appeared on Lin Fei. It was simply unbelievable. If this level of strength was before. Long Jingtao's face turned pale. I hope the dragon god can win. You are indeed strong, but it's a pity that you don't have a physical body. The illusory figure punched Lin Fei, and the figure collapsed. Lin Fei stabilized his body while flying backward, opened his mouth and inhaled. How can I waste such a nourishing thing? Large amounts of life essence were absorbed into his body. In a short time, dozens of infinite divine pills were formed. Lin Fei's face revealed a satisfied expression. Without a physical body, no matter how strong you are, you will still be destroyed. Lin Fei looked at the cracks on his body, and with a thought, they quickly healed. In the blink of an eye, they were back to normal. Lin Fei turned and left. He once again appeared at the end of the dragon cave, and with a grab, a huge suction force pulled Long Jingtao and the others over. Your hope is gone. Long Jingtao realized the result after the dragon god aura disappeared. The Azure Dragon clan is willing to become the great general's vassal. Long Jingtao lowered his noble head. Lin Fei looked at him indifferently. You're not bad. Congratulations on making the right choice. Clan leader, how can this be? Long Tianlang said unwillingly. Since when can the Azure Dragon clan become someone else's vassal? This is, Lin Fei pointed a finger, and it passed through Long Tianlang's body. This unresigned giant elder turned into nothingness, and not even a speck of him remained. Do any of you have any objections? I don't mind sending him down as a companion. Lin Fei smiled. The remaining 4 giant elders didn't dare to say anything. No objections, that's it. Lin Fei said, the Azure Dragon clan's future clan leader will be passed on to Long Tianhao. As for today's matter, you should know what to say and what not to say. Long Jingtao said, Great General, Long Tianlang asked for it. Our Azure Dragon clan has no intention of doing so. When we get out, I will announce that Long Tianhao is the next clan leader. Yes, he asked for it. How dare he not listen to the great general? He deserved to die. Lin Fei led the group out of the dragon cave. Only after breathing the outside air did Long Jingtao realize how good it was to be alive. This short period of time was simply a nightmare. Genius 1 Second Remember website. Mobile version. Chapter 3767. I will be the heir of the Dragon Clan. Long Tianhao was stunned when he heard this. Old master, you're not joking, are you? Long Tianhao never expected to be the heir of the Dragon Clan. In the Green Dragon Clan, be it in terms of talent or strength, Long Tianhao was on the sidelines. If not for the fact that he followed Master and had a position in the Death Army, he would probably be nothing in the Green Dragon Clan. But he was still too far away from becoming the heir. Lin Fei smiled. Why not? If I say so, then so be it. When Long Tianhao heard this, he felt that it was possible. His heart started to beat faster. Master, can I really be the heir? Long Tianhao's voice was trembling. Lin Fei knew very well why Long Tianhao had asked this question. Don't worry. If I say you will be the heir, then you will be the heir. Lin Fei said. With your master here, no one will be able to take the position of heir. You just need to focus on improving your strength. Lin Fei left after leaving some instructions. The dragon cave was useless to him. To Long Tianhao, when Long Jingtao said that he would be the heir, Long Tianhao almost fainted from happiness. Long Tianhao was so excited that he couldn't speak. Long Jingtao heaved a sigh of relief. Even though Lin Fei was no longer around, Long Jingtao knew that from now on, the Azure Dragon Clan had lost the right to speak. But on second thought, perhaps it wasn't a bad thing for the Azure Dragon Clan to become a vassal of the general. Tianhao, you followed a good master. Long Jingtao's voice was filled with envy. How lucky was he to have such a strong master? Long Tianhao nodded. Master has always been strong. Lin Fei left the Green Dragon Clan and returned to the Death Army. This trip could be said to be quiet and uneventful. Little devil, I am now at Infinite God Body level 9. How long do you think I need to break through? Lin Fei asked in his room. Even though they had reached the last level. However, Lin Fei could clearly sense that this floor was completely different from the previous 8 floors. The 9th floor was no different from the abyss. The life essence absorbed in the dragon cave did not make any substantial progress on this level, other than condensing more unlimited divine pills. Master wants to break through this layer of shackles, but the difficulty is not small because the accumulation required is too great. The little demoness explained. This kind of accumulation requires a very long time. Lin Fei frowned slightly. Doesn't that mean I'll have to waste time? Or should I say, I'll have to go to some special places to absorb life essence? In theory, yes. The little devil said, the Myriad Sky Empire is so big, there must be many spaces like the Dragon Cave. It might not be useful to others, but it is very useful to Master. In addition, Master can actually target Myriad World Mountain. Myriad World Mountain. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. Snatching the Myriad World Divine Pearl. Very soon, Lin Fei shook his head. My strength has increased greatly, but the old Emperor's strength is unfathomable. If I snatch the Myriad World Divine Pearl from him, I'm afraid I'll be beaten to death. It's too risky. Lin Fei was very self-aware. The old Emperor had absorbed 9 Myriad World Divine Pearls, so his strength was unfathomable. Whoever dared to make a move would be finished. The little demoness rolled her eyes. Master, you're thinking too much. You're not a match for the old Emperor's strength, but you don't have to target the Myriad World Divine Pearls. There are other special treasures in Myriad World Mountain. The old Emperor eats the meat, but you can drink the soup. Or you can target the Immortal Realm experts and plunder their life essence. That's also a good idea. Lin Fei was deep in thought. While Lin Fei was keeping a low profile, in the Azure Dragon Weave, there was an incident that attracted many people's attention. Patriarch Long Jingtao of the Azure Dragon tribe announced that Long Tianhao was the next patriarch. This news caused a huge uproar. Countless forces in the Azure Dragon weave were in an uproar, and many people were stunned. Many people found it hard to accept. It was said that many elders of the Azure Dragon tribe objected when the news came out. In the end, they were suppressed by the combined forces of the patriarch and the elders. How could a fellow with average talent and strength become the next successor to the patriarch? Long Tianhao's information was clear, and many people connected it to the great general. However, they quickly shook their heads. If the great general was that capable, then he wouldn't be the great general. No matter how they guessed, they couldn't come to a conclusion. After Lin Fei found out, he only smiled. The invasion of the mutant army was intermittent. The 13th Prince Huang Jingfeng managed the army of death, suppressing the mutant army time and time again. This made the 9th Prince Huang Jingshan's face turn uglier and uglier, and he was sullen almost every day. However, he couldn't do anything about it. Who asked the great general, Lin Fei, to be so powerful that he was afraid of him? Huang Jingshan could only curse in his heart. The Azure Dragon tribe had originally supported him in secret, but for some reason, they had suddenly turned cold, causing his influence in the Azure Dragon weave to weaken. This almost made Huang Jingshan jump up and down. "Your Highness, the people from Skysea are here to look for you." On this day, a guest came to Huang Jingshan's residence. He originally didn't want to meet him, but when he heard the person's identity, Huang Jingshan immediately came out to welcome him. "Your Highness, I'm afraid your days aren't good," the person said the moment he came up. Huang Jingshan's face revealed a trace of displeasure. Saying it in private was completely different from saying it in public. This was a slap to the 9th Prince's face. However, the next sentence made Huang Jingshan swallow his words. "Lin Fei is the enemy of my Skysea, and he is also your enemy." The person laughed. "The enemy of my enemy is my friend. If we work together, we will definitely be able to get rid of that Lin Fei. At that time, your Highness will have the final say in the wind cloud weave." Lin Fei originally wanted to keep a low profile for a period of time. After his strength skyrocketed, he needed to consolidate it. This time, his strength had increased too quickly. Consolidation was a must. The Space Emperor's uninvited visit caused Lin Fei to be unable to make an appearance. "What have you been doing lately?" The moment Space Emperor arrived and saw Lin Fei, his expression changed several times. "Strange, really strange." Lin Fei retracted his aura and didn't feel anything scary. "Nothing much. I've been cultivating in a low-key manner." Lin Fei laughed. "No, no." Space Emperor shook his head. "Your entire person has changed. You're different from before, but your strength hasn't broken through." "How strange." As for Space Emperor being able to sense it, Lin Fei was not surprised at all. After all, this person was a master of the Tao of space, so he was extremely sensitive to minute changes. It was not surprising for him to be able to sense it. "I really can't hide it from you," Lin Fei said. "I've recently gained some comprehension towards the space-time Tao, and that's why there's been a change." Space Emperor suddenly laughed. "No wonder. This is also good. Your space-time ability has improved, so you can be of help." Genius 1 second remember site address. Mobile version Chapter 3768. Space Emperor did not continue on this topic. Instead, he went straight to the point. "I would like to invite you to cooperate with me," Space Emperor said. "Not long ago, our ancient alliance discovered a mystic realm. This mystic realm is an ancient land, and it is suspected that there is an ancient sect inside. You are proficient in the space-time Tao, which makes up for our shortcomings. I just don't know if you are interested." "Ancient land? Is there anything good?" Lin Fei asked curiously. Space Emperor laughed. "Of course there are good things. Not to mention the others, just the ancient immortal treasures are already tempting." "You don't have any immortal treasures, right?" Lin Fei indeed did not have any immortal treasures. His current physical body was not inferior to immortal treasures, and might even be stronger. Immortal treasures had become dispensable. Other than that, there are some treasures, Space Emperor continued. As for what it is, we cannot guarantee. It will depend on our luck. At that time, no matter what it is, we will split it evenly. Lin Fei agreed without any hesitation. Let's go, why not? I have never been to an ancient land. No matter what, I have to go and take a look. It is good to broaden your horizons. In our 10,000 sky empire, there are many similar ancient lands. Space Emperor laughed. Not to mention others, just the Azure Dragon Weave's Azure Dragon Clan's Dragon Cave is actually an ancient land. Lin Fei blinked. This news was quite unexpected. It can't be, that Dragon Cave is an ancient land. He did not feel anything at all. The Dragon Cave is an ancient land, Space Emperor said. It is just that not many people know about it, and mistakenly think that it is the sacred land of the Azure Dragon Clan. In fact, it has existed for a long time. Lin Fei and Space Emperor left the Death Army. They did not leave the camp, but left through the void. With an expert like Space Emperor, with his space-time Dao ability, it was as easy as drinking water. Their speed was unbelievably fast. They really went. In the void, two figures appeared. They were none other than Ninth Prince Huang Jingshan and Sky Ocean's Long Tianxing. The Ancient Alliance is too full of themselves, Long Tianxing said. They're not the only ones who know about the ancient land. Are we going to get rid of Lin Fei in the ancient land? Huang Jingshan asked with doubt in his voice. Huang Jingshan was well aware of Gu Meng's strength. Whoever dared to make a move would be unlucky. Long Tianxing laughed. Who said we? Lin Fei and Space Emperor passed through more than half of the myriad Sky Empire. We're here. Between Space Emperor's brows there was a trace of fatigue. He walked out of the void. Then it was Lin Fei's turn. The two of them appeared in a valley. This valley was very secluded. It was surrounded by towering trees that almost blocked the view of the valley. If not for Space Emperor leading the way, Lin Fei would not have believed that the entrance would be in this valley. Space Emperor is back. Ripples appeared outside the valley as the array formation dissipated. Several people walked out. The leader was a muscular man. If it wasn't Blood-Shaking Immortal, who else could it be? Brother Lin, you're finally here. We're only missing you. Blood-Shaking Immortal laughed. The huge axe on his back was as dazzling as ever. The ancient land is such a good place. It would be a waste not to go. Lin Fei laughed. Moreover, as a member of the Ancient Alliance, how can I miss out on such a thing? Blood-Shaking Immortal laughed. I like what you said. The group entered the valley. The array formation covered the valley once again, and it became ordinary. The valley was not big. Blood-Shaking Immortal first let Lin Fei and Space Emperor rest for a while. Space Emperor saw the problem and asked with a frown, did something happen to the ancient land? Before Immortal Bloodshaker could speak, the other Immortal Flower Language Immortal said, I don't know what happened, but this ancient mystic realm has been found out by the people of Grand Cloud Mountain and Sky Sea. Now everyone has calculated the opening date. When the time comes, a battle will be inevitable. Flower Language Immortal was a woman. When she mentioned this, she was still angry. Sky Sea, Grand Cloud Mountain, this is not a small problem. Space Emperor said solemnly. Whether it was Sky Sea or Grand Cloud Mountain, whether it was the number of immortals or strength, they were stronger than the Ancient Alliance. It could be said that among the four top forces, the Ancient Alliance was the weakest. Give it back to me. We have Brother Lin. His space-time path will definitely give them a headache. Another white-robed immortal said. Immortal Bloodshaker lightly said, in truth, this isn't a big deal. It isn't so easy to monopolize an ancient mystic realm. Moreover, our current strength isn't weak. If we really fought, it's hard to say who would win and who would lose. This was definitely good news for Lin Fei. Undying. A moving tonic. If possible, Lin Fei didn't mind killing a few. Brother Blood-Shaking Immortal is right. Isn't it just fighting with Undying? What's there to be afraid of? Lin Fei laughed. If you meet me, I'll just kill a few of them. At that time, they'll know fear. Towards Lin Fei's words, Flower Language Immortal and the other Undying clearly didn't believe him. But Space Emperor's expression changed slightly. We'll just do it when the time comes. Blood-Shaking Immortal said, Unfortunately, we don't know what's inside. Half a month later, Blood-Shaking Immortal led the group and set off. The entrance wasn't here. It was inside a mountain range. It's here. The group quickly arrived above a mountain range. Blood-Shaking Immortal pointed at a place. The place he pointed at was a ruin covered in grass. Looking from the sky, other than large boulders, it was hard to see anything else. Master, there's a spatial ripple below. There should be a secret domain. Lin Fei heard Little Fiend's analysis. Then there should be a secret domain below. There's a high chance that it's an ancient land. Lin Fei said, Oh right, how many experts are hiding around here? Without a battle, Lin Fei naturally had to understand the enemy's situation. Cloud Sea has 5 Undying, at the same time there's also your old friend, Ninth Prince. Grand Cloud Mountain has 3 Undying, one of them is Yi Qing Undying. In the dark, there are 3 more Undying. They're unfamiliar, but they should be the most mysterious Su Shan. Lin Fei was secretly shocked. Su Shan's Undying is here too. Is he planning to be the Oriole behind the mantis stalking the cicada? Sky Ocean and Grand Cloud Mountains Undying being here, Lin Fei felt it was normal. However, Su Shan's Undying's appearance meant that the situation wasn't right. Master, these Undying strength are not bad, but compared to you, they're obviously lacking. Little Fiend said, Within the ancient land danger lurks everywhere. At that time, Master can take the chance to wipe them out without anyone knowing. You're really something, but I like it. Lin Fei squinted his eyes, the corner of his lips curled up. He was in a good mood. Chapter 3769. Blood-Shaking Immortal brought everyone down. Since all of you are here, why hide? After Blood-Shaking Immortal landed, he waved his hand to summon a treasure that turned into a heaven and earth, completely isolating the surroundings. Space Emperor transmitted to Lin Fei, This is Blood-Shaking Immortal's defensive treasure, Absolute World. Lin Fei could see that this treasure was not ordinary. It was an undying treasure with powerful defensive capabilities. Brother Han, look at how careful you are you worried that we will attack? A ripple came from the void. 3 people walked out together. They were the 3 Undyings of Grand Cloud Mountain. The one who spoke was a middle-aged man with a cold face without a trace of blood. His eyes were green and his body emitted a cold aura. His eyes were like a venomous snake, making people feel very uncomfortable. Blood-Shaking Immortal sneered. If it was anyone else, I naturally wouldn't be afraid. But you are different, always scheming against others. I can't help but be careful. Brother Han, your words hurt my heart. The cold middle-aged man shook his head. Do I look like that kind of person? Blood-Shaking Immortal said. You, Sky Immortal, don't you like to do shameless and sinister things? The entire Thousand Sky Empire knows that. Sky Immortal said coldly. Then you have to be careful in the future. It won't be good if you fail that day. Brother Lin, we meet again. Behind Sky Immortal was Yi Qing Immortal, who he had met before, looking at Lin Fei. What a coincidence. Lin Fei smiled. I heard that there is an ancient land inside. I came to take a look. Yi Qing Immortal said, The ancient land is very dangerous, you have to be careful. Thanks for the reminder, I know what I'm doing. Lin Fei smiled. Sky Immortal's eyes swept across Lin Fei and said coldly, Not bad, there's a new person. Kid, if you don't want to die, you better leave immediately. Inside, Space Emperor transmitted, Lin Fei, after you enter, you have to be careful of this guy. This Sky Immortal is the scum of Undyings. He specializes in mischief. Needless to say, Lin Fei knew that this sky undying being was different. Based on what the little demon said, this fellow carried quite a bit of poison on him that could threaten undying beings. For example, just now, he had secretly poisoned this area without anyone noticing. If not for a mortal blood shaker bringing out his absolute world, he might have been hit, and he might not even have sensed it. This method was indeed powerful. Heavenly undying, you bastard, there's no justice in the heavens if you don't die. Boom boom boom. A wave of energy swept over. Another 5 undying appeared from the void. It was Sky Ocean's undying being. He spoke with a tone of disgust, as if he hated Sky undying to the bone. Every time you appear, all you do is release poison. You really haven't improved at all. If I were you, I would have found a place to hide long ago. Sky Sea's undying also took out treasures, forming a defense. The leader had a mocking smile as he stared at Sky undying. Did I? Sky undying's skin was thick. Can you stop slandering people? Which eye of yours saw me release poison? Or rather, you guys are rather cowardly. Sooner or later, I will kill you. Cloud Cun undying laughed coldly, reaching towards his neck and making a beheading gesture. I'll be waiting for you. Su Shan and the other undying didn't appear, and neither did the 9th prince. Lin Fei stood there without making a sound. With the help of the little devil, he roughly understood the situation at the scene. There's a plot. That 9th prince didn't appear, neither did Su Shan's people. If they weren't plotting against him, what else could they be doing? Should I expose them? Lin Fei thought to himself. Yi Xiaolong had a certain understanding of the situation. This Sky undying of Cloud Sea wasn't easy to deal with. Even before fighting, Gu Meng and Grand Cloud Mountain were already so careful. Lin Fei, this time the ancient lands are in for a fight. Space Emperor transmitted again. 5 undying of Cloud Sea, 3 undying of Grand Cloud Mountain. I wonder what's inside. I just sense that there's an expert hiding in the void. It's Su Shan's undying. Lin Fei replied, they're probably trying to rob us. When Space Emperor heard this, he couldn't sense anything and was shocked. Are you sure it's Su Shan's undying? It should be them. Lin Fei said, my ability has a breakthrough. They think they're hiding well, but in front of me there's nowhere to hide. Space Emperor didn't doubt Lin Fei's words. In Time Path, he wasn't as good as Lin Fei. Space Emperor transmitted to Blood Shaker Undying and explained the situation. Blood Shaker Undying's expression clearly changed. Su Shan's undying, are you guys hiding in the void to plot against us? Blood Shaker Undying grabbed his axe and slashed at the void. Grand Cloud Mountain and Sky Ocean's undying were shocked. Su Shan's undying was here too. If one had to say what they feared the most, it would be Su Shan's undying. They had deep connections with the royalty. It could be said that Su Shan's existence was unknowingly targeted at them. Bloodshaker, are you trying to scare us? Sky Undying's expression turned even colder. Do you think Su Shan's undying would come to this place? An ancient land, Sky Undying really didn't believe they would come. Su Shan and the group of undyings were always mysterious and mysterious. Bloodshaker Undying said, whether they came or not, we'll know in a bit. And at this time, in the void, that chop just now tore open the void. Su Shan's 3 undying beings immediately shifted positions, moving without a trace, not leaving behind a single trace. But now their expressions were weird. Under the protection of this heart of nothingness, no one can sense our traces. How did that Blood Shaker Undying know we came? Thunder Yuan Undying was the leader this time. His expression was ugly. It must be a coincidence, he's trying to scare us. Another fierce stone undying laughed coldly. With the heart of nothingness, they can't find us. The 3 undying were very confident in this treasure. Relying on this treasure, who knows how many undying experts had died. It was a top-tier treasure. Not good, it's coming again. Using the heart of nothingness, they moved again. Before they could even react, another axe slashed at them. Move again. They really didn't believe that Blood Shaker Undying knew of their existence. After all, this movement was top secret. After jumping, the moment they landed, another attack came. Damn! The heart of nothingness was activated again. So. In the void, attacks after attacks came, each locking onto their position, forcing them to move and jump, but they couldn't escape. Damn Blood Shaker Undying. Chapter 3770. Thunder Elemental Immortal cursed countless times at this moment. The heart of nothingness actually lost its effect. Every attack from Blood Shaking Immortal locked onto them, and the heart of nothingness was just a treasure used to hide energy. Blocking the attack with his body. That was impossible. Thunder Elemental Immortal wasn't dumb enough to take it head-on. Hua. Left with no choice, he could only show himself, even if he was in a bad mood. Blood Shaking Immortal, you're really amazing. After Thunder Elemental Immortal appeared, he stared at Blood Shaking Immortal. The moment Su Shan's Undying appeared, all the other Undying's expression changed, especially Sky Ocean and Grand Cloud Mountain. None of the Undying present could sense Su Shan's existence. Sky Een Immortal and the other Undying looked at Blood Shaking Immortal, their expressions turning serious. At least this proved one thing, that this Blood Shaking Immortal was even stronger. Blood Shaking Immortal was actually very shocked. At the start, he didn't believe it, but now he completely believed it. He was secretly glad that Lin Fei joined in, able to see through Su Shan's existence, resolving a huge problem. Just SOSO, Blood Shaking Immortal said. I'm not like your Su Shan, only knowing how to scheme against others in the dark. Thunder Elemental Immortal knew Blood Shaking Immortal, but today's scene made him unable to see through him. How did he find out? Schemes, our Su Shan doesn't bother with schemes. Thunder Elemental Immortal said, we just arrived, seeing you guys chatting happily, we didn't want to spoil your good mood. Blood Shaking Immortal didn't say anything else. Su Shan's undying appearance was good enough. Lin Fei, good job. Space Emperor transmitted gratefully, this time, it won't be so easy for Su Shan to play dirty. Lin Fei replied, Su Shan likes to play dirty. Space Emperor said shamelessly, Su Shan is very mysterious, but in our eyes, he's just a bunch of people playing dirty in the dark. This time, they definitely used the Heart of Nothingness again, to let Lin Fei know about the Heart of Nothingness, he specially explained. They definitely won't guess that you easily broke their Heart of Nothingness, they might even suspect that there's an internal problem. Space Emperor was happy for once. After the Void Mountain Thunder Elemental Undying appeared, the four forces stood in their own areas with different expressions on their faces. Master, why didn't you expose the ninth prince's whereabouts just now? The little devil asked. Lin Fei chuckled. Why did you expose him? Can't you let him be happy? You should at least give him hope. The little demon laughed evilly. Master is becoming more and more naughty. Perhaps the ninth prince will really be happy. It's not easy to be a good person. There was indeed someone hiding in the void. It was the ninth prince, Huang Jingshan. His uneasy face calmed down completely and was replaced by a sneer. You scared me. It doesn't matter if Su Shan's undying is exposed. Huang Jingshan laughed sinisterly, as long as I'm not exposed. Your Majesty, once the ancient land opens, we will lock onto Lin Fei's position. At that time we will catch him off guard. An undying beside him transmitted. Even without undying Su Shan, I can still kill him in a bit. In order to deal with Lin Fei, not only did Huang Jingshan invite undying Su Shan, he also brought a powerful killing move treasure. Now that undying Su Shan was exposed, he didn't. Within the ancient land, killing Lin Fei wasn't hard at all. Huang Jingshan could guarantee that he could kill Lin Fei. Lin Fei, thank you for your reminder. Otherwise, we might have fallen into Thunder Immortal's trap again. Blood-shaking immortal transmitted. I'm a member of the Ancient Alliance. This should be my doing. Lin Fei replied, I'm just curious. What exactly is in the ancient land? Why are they all here? Blood-shaking immortal took a deep breath and said, I was suspicious at first. However, since they all came, and now with undying Su Shan, the rumors should be true. There should be peak undying treasures left behind by experts in the ancient land. Peak undying treasure. Lin Fei thought it was something special. But if it was a peak undying treasure, to be honest, it wasn't that attractive. That's right, there should be a top immortal treasure in this ancient place. Blood-shaking immortal said, even if it's damaged, as long as it's refined, it can suppress early undying, middle undying, late undying, and even peak undying. Blood-shaking immortal was only at late undying realm. After sitting on top of the ruins for a few days, the group finally arrived. Suddenly, one day, space rippled and a door appeared. Suppress. The moment the door appeared, Thunder Immortal took out a talisman. The moment it opened, it sealed this space. This ancient land should be our Su Shan's first batch to enter. Thunder Immortal snorted. Before everyone could react, he charged in. Su Shan Thunder Immortal was the first to enter. Whether it was Sky Yin Immortal or Yi Qing Immortal, their expressions weren't good. They couldn't stop Su Shan from being the strongest. Let's go. Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain entered one after the other. Gu Meng was at the back. Su Shan is very domineering, Lin Fei said. Space Emperor said, if Su Shan isn't domineering, then no one is. However, this time, with the four of us entering together, Su Shan Thunder Immortal won't dare to act recklessly. Inside the ancient land, it was a deathly stillness. In such a large space, there were ruins everywhere, as well as the drifting smell of decay. Under this rotting aura, there was an aura that made people uncomfortable. Lin Fei, quickly take out your protective treasure. Blood-shaking immortal took out his treasure. These ancient lands, after a long time, all sorts of negative emotions and the will of experts will change and become terrifying. Lin Fei patted his body, thank you. I cultivate the body path, so I'm not afraid of hidden attack. Blood-shaking immortal didn't ask for more, they should be searching for peak undying treasures. Let's go too. However, it's best if we don't split up in case we get hit. After each of them took out their protective treasures, Blood-shaking immortal took out a compass-like item to confirm the direction. Finally, he confirmed a direction. Let's go this way. Lin Fei followed along. Little evil demon didn't stay idle and started to investigate this ancient land. It could be said that Lin Fei was the calmest, because it wouldn't take long for him to find out about the secrets of the Archean lands. I'm really looking forward to what I'll find later. Lin Fei laughed in his heart. With the strongest support, exploring secret realms wasn't difficult at all. At least in such a place, it was really easy to explore. Genius 1 Second Remember website. Mobile version. Chapter 3771. This primordial land was not very big. Apart from ruins, there were more ruins, and it was very dilapidated. From the various traces, it seemed that this primordial land had suffered a powerful attack. Many places still had remnant power. Even after such a long time, it still carried a terrifying might. Look over there. Space Emperor jumped out and arrived above a ruin. He stretched his hand and a 5-colored flower bloomed in his hand. Our luck is not bad. We actually encountered a 5-colored flower. Immortal Flower Language laughed. The 5-colored flower was surrounded by Space Emperor's power. Even so, one could still see the 5-colored flower blossoming. Each ray of light had a comfortable aura. The 5-colored flower can be refined into a pill or consumed to improve one's body. Space Emperor's words were directed at Lin Fei. Among them, Lin Fei was the first to enter the primordial land. Lin Fei pretended to understand and nodded. In fact, he was listening to Little Fiend's report. Master, this primordial land really has many good things. Blood-shaking immortal said that there are peak-grade immortal treasures. Actually, that is not the case. Inside, there is a heaven and earth treasure with powerful effects that can allow one to avoid death. They should be aiming for this, a heaven and earth treasure that can replace life and death. Lin Fei's eyes lit up. This thing was quite tempting. No wonder everyone likes to explore the primordial land. With such a heaven and earth treasure, it is better than 8 or 10 immortal treasures. Apart from this heaven and earth treasure, this primordial land also has 3 to 5 good immortal treasures. Although they are damaged, their power is not bad. Are there no life essences? Lin Fei asked. Not yet. Little Fiend shook her head, however. I found Sky Yin Immortal and Yi Qing Immortals group seem to have joined hands. They seem to be preparing to deal with your ancient union. They are not far from here. Lin Fei was originally looking forward to it. Unexpectedly, this primordial land was not as good as he had imagined. Now, the only thing that could barely catch his eye was the heaven and earth treasure. Immortal Bloodshaker and the others searched everywhere and found some valuable things. As an old man, Space Emperor would basically explain some things about the primordial land to Lin Fei. This made Lin Fei very grateful, at least he was no longer ignorant. There's an immortal treasure ahead, and it seems to be a fire-type immortal treasure. An Undying suddenly shouted. Wisps of chi waves filled the sky, turning into a powerful attack. Even a trace of it could kill an Emperor God expert. After advancing further, sure enough, he saw a ruin. It was different from the other ruins. This place was replaced by a scorching aura and waves surged. In the ruins, half of a spear was stuck in the ground. The ground was scarlet red, and one could feel the heat from it even before getting close. Good stuff. Blood-shaking Immortal's protective barrier was also impacted. His eyes brightened. This was definitely a high-quality immortal treasure. With the help of the Little Fiend, Lin Fei knew that Heavenly Yin Immortal and Yi Qing Immortal were hiding near the Fire Attribute Immortal treasure. What a good plan! If not for the Little Fiend, Lin Fei was sure that they would have suffered greatly. Unfortunately, they met me. Lin Fei laughed coldly in his heart. I was planning to deal with you guys so early, but who told you to send yourself to me? Why would Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain work together? It was nothing more than to destroy the ancient alliance's strength. It was good that they suffered heavy losses, then no one would be able to compete with them. Big Brother Bloodshaker, I'll go get this treasure. Lin Fei walked up. My skin is thick, this bit of heat won't affect me. At this time, near the spear, a miniature space was attached to the spear. Even though a bit of heat seeped in, it didn't affect them at all. They took the bait. The one who spoke was Heavenly Yin Immortal. This miniature space was provided by him. Using this treasure, he had schemed against countless people. Miniature space, a small space within a small space. It was convenient to carry around. This kind of space was expensive, and could only be found by luck. Heavenly Yin Immortal loved to scheme. As soon as he saw this immortal treasure, he immediately came up with a vicious plan. Just as he had planned, Blood-shaking Immortal walked to this side and just happened to run into this immortal treasure. To undying experts, only undying treasures could move them. I wonder who will come to get it. Best if it's Bloodshaker Immortal. When we attack together, we can definitely kill him. Heavenly Yin Immortal said proudly. Who let Bloodshaker Immortal be the strongest in the ancient alliance. If they didn't kill him, who else could they kill? That brat actually came out. Long Tianqing suddenly laughed. Within the miniature space, everyone heard the conversation. That Lin Fei wanted to take the undying treasure? This wasn't the same as scheming. Heavenly Yin Immortal didn't care. That brat is also a despicable person. It's good that he came for the undying treasure. When the time comes, we'll attack together and suppress them before he gets it. Right, suppress them together. Long Tianqing laughed. You're going. Bloodshaker Immortal was surprised. Lin Fei nodded. I want to go. Coincidentally, I've had some success in refining my body. I want to see what my limit is. This temperature is just right. Bloodshaker Immortal nodded. All right, but be careful. These undying treasures have strong resistance. Bloodshaker Immortal had a good impression of Lin Fei, especially the mysterious aura around him. Su Shan Immortal was hiding in the void and he couldn't sense him. Yet Lin Fei could. This was completely different. He had real skills. He couldn't help but have other thoughts. I'll get it soon. Lin Fei took a step forward, and in an instant, endless flames appeared out of nowhere, burning fiercely. It was abnormally terrifying. These flames were strong and hot, but they couldn't affect Lin Fei's body. Good kid, this body is amazing. So unbelievably strong. Step by step, he walked in the heat of the undying treasure. Lin Fei's body was so strong that it shocked Bloodshaker Immortal and the others. This kind of body, even early undying experts were helpless, because they couldn't break it. This guy's body is really abnormal. Sky Immortal's eyes turned, thinking, refining the body is the hardest path. This guy must have a big secret. If I can get it, I wonder which undying can threaten me. Undying fleshly bodies were always very weak. It wasn't common to see a body like Lin Fei's. This guy doesn't seem to be wearing the peerless Emperor armor. Yi Qing Immortal frowned. Did his strength increase again? Hearing this, everyone finally noticed that Lin Fei wasn't normal. And at this time, Lin Fei quickly arrived in front of the undying treasure. It looked like he was going to grab it, but he suddenly punched the void. The power of this punch was abnormally wild, like a mountain crushing down. Chapter 3772. Lin Fei's punch came without any warning. Bloodshaker Immortal was startled. Not knowing what Lin Fei was planning, there didn't seem to be any danger. What is this kid doing? Space Emperor couldn't understand. Bloodshaker Immortal shook his head. I can't see through it, could there be some danger around? However, to the Undying Realm experts who were hiding in the mini-space, the power of this punch exploded in the space and directly crushed them. Rumble, rumble, rumble! Everyone was caught off guard. It was as if they had been hit by a mountain. Their bodies were torn apart and they were in a terrible state. They all spat out blood. How is this possible? Sky Immortal was still plotting against Bloodshaker Immortal's group. Without any warning, he beat them until they were disoriented. Such an expression appeared on practically all the Undying's faces. Should we kill our way out? The Undying's anger was not small. Before they even attacked, they were already injured, especially when they weren't prepared at all. It really made them unhappy. Seems like there's no danger. Lin Fei smiled, grabbing with his hand. This fire attribute undying treasure was in his hand. Wait! Sky Immortal took the pill and ate it. He shouldn't have noticed us yet. Logic told Sky Immortal that it was just a coincidence, just that everyone underestimated Lin Fei's strength. He was actually this strong. Lin Fei took the undying treasure, not in a rush to return. He looked up and down. Master, these fellows probably haven't been noticed yet. The little devil smiled. They are very patient, no different from the Ninja Turtles. Lin Fei smiled. If they didn't come out immediately, then it can only be said that they were unlucky. Scheming. They swarmed forward. Lin Fei could only smile. Great Seal Technique, Time-Space Imprint. Lin Fei lightly shouted and stretched out his hand towards the miniature space on the immortal treasure. He formed a series of hand seals, and strands of space-time energy gathered, forming a mark that sealed the miniature space. Not good! After 10% of the seal was completed, the faces of the undying beings in the miniature space immediately changed. Quickly charge out. Heavenly Immortal was the first to attack. The moment it was sealed, the exit was sealed. Boom, boom, boom. Several attacks landed on the seal, but before the attacks could reach the seal, they were disintegrated by the space-time power. Bastard, he found us! Heavenly Undying's expression was ugly. He found this scene hard to accept. He was originally planning to ambush blood-shaking Undying, but the current situation was unacceptable. This power is too strong. Lin Fei has been hiding his strength. We really can't get out now. No matter how they attacked, they were unable to break through the seal's power. It was because the seal's power was too powerful. Even if they joined hands, they were unable to break through the Great Seal. At this moment they all regretted it. Now, he had really fallen into the trap. Everyone, don't worry. Heavenly Undying said, as long as we keep attacking the seal, we will break it sooner or later. I admit that I underestimated Lin Fei, but he wouldn't dare to come in. Hearing this, everyone's mood became much better. Yes, even if they sealed the miniature space, that Lin Fei couldn't do anything to them. With Sky Ocean and Grand Cloud Mountains Undying joining hands, Lin Fei would definitely not be able to return. Master, we've struck it rich this time. The little demon laughed evilly. Of course. Lin Fei was in awe of Heavenly Undying, actually using such a method to scheme against others. If it was a normal person, then so be it. However, when he met Lin Fei, it was like a great gift that had been delivered to his doorstep. Wait until I return, then I'll slowly deal with them. Lin Fei casually removed the miniature space. Everything was smooth like flowing water. Lin Fei held the Undying treasure. Right now, the Undying treasure's power was pushed back, no longer emitting heat. I didn't let you down, I got it back. Lin Fei smiled. I'm not interested in this treasure, whoever wants it can take it. The group of Undyings in the miniature space was no small fortune to Lin Fei. A mere Undying treasure really didn't catch his eye. Your body is really strong. Bloodshaker Undying smiled. Everyone's eyes are red from seeing it. Normal people can't train this body of mine, however. I have a technique, if you guys train it, it'll be at least 3 to 5 times stronger than your current body. Lin Fei explained the cultivation technique to him. Bloodshaker Undying looked at Lin Fei in a higher light. Good technique, you're really amazing. Whether this technique was good or not, anyone with a bit of knowledge could tell. Alright, why did you attack just now? Was there something wrong? Space Emperor asked. Lin Fei said, Nothing, I was just afraid that someone would set up something harmful, anyways I didn't lose anything. The few Undyings nodded, this was very true. Even Undyings needed to be careful sometimes. A little carelessness could easily lead to failure. Within the ancient land. After that, the group found quite a few Undying treasures one after another. Such a harvest, everyone's face was full of smiles. On the way here, we actually didn't see anyone from Sky Sea or Grand Cloud Mountain. This doesn't seem right. Bloodshaker Undying kept an Undying treasure and said with a hint of suspicion. I also feel that something isn't right, especially Sky Undying. Didn't they plot against us that time, yet they didn't appear today? This is really strange. Space Emperor followed. Lin Fei laughed in his heart. It wasn't that they didn't want to attack, but they were captured by him. Now they were all stuck in the miniature space. Under the power of the Great Seal, they couldn't leave even if they wanted to. Maybe, they found their conscience and plotted against Su Shan's experts. Lin Fei said seriously, after all, compared to plotting against us, Su Shan's Undyings are the true enemies. Hearing that, Bloodshaker Undying and the rest felt that it made sense. Su Shan's Undyings were the hardest to deal with. We got lucky this time. Bloodshaker Undying smiled. It's best if both sides get hurt. Sky Undying and the other Undyings in the miniature space felt their faces burning. For the first time, they actually couldn't break a seal even when working together. Every time it seemed like it was about to break, the seal would be filled with power again, not giving them any hope. Seems like the treasure is in this direction, Brother Lin. This feeling is really. The ancient land wasn't big. Under Lin Fei's intentional guidance, they gradually approached that treasure. After taking a miniature space, relying on the power of the limitless land to constantly suppress it. If not for the last item, Lin Fei really wanted to leave. Exploring was really not fun anymore. Currently, in the ruins ahead, no, it should be an unremarkable earth slope. An unremarkable human-shaped flower, swaying with multicolored light. One look and you could tell it was a good item. This is Destiny Flower. Bloodshaker Undying's tone became hurried. Chapter 3773. Heaven's Fate Flower. These 3 words. Other than Lin Fei, the other immortals were all shocked and in disbelief. A Heaven's Fate Flower actually appeared in the ancient lands. Space Emperor took a deep breath. We've really hit the jackpot. Immortal Bloodshaker also tightly stared at the Destiny Flower. That's right, we've hit the jackpot. I've explored no less than 20 to 30 ancient lands, but I've never encountered a top world treasure like this. Lin Fei finally knew what this thing was called. Heaven's Fate Flower, it really fits the description. Lin Fei muttered. Space Emperor looked at Lin Fei strangely. You brat, you're really our lucky star. Heaven's Fate Flower, do you know what it is? Lin Fei of course knew, it was a good thing that could replace life and death. But his face was still blank. I don't know, but the name is very overbearing. Blood-shaking Immortal explained, Heaven's Fate Flower, it can be ranked in the top 10 treasures. The longer the Heaven's Fate Flower lives, the corresponding Heaven's Fate Fruit will grow. One Heaven's Fate Fruit can replace one life and death. Our luck isn't bad. This Heaven's Fate Flower has lived for at least 500 million years, and has a total of 5 Heaven's Fate Fruits. Lin Fei had noticed it before. The little demon's explanation at the start wasn't very detailed, but he could roughly tell that this Heaven's Fate Flower wasn't simple. Then it really is a good thing. Space Emperor said, a truly good thing. Compared to this, Undying treasures pale in comparison. If I'm not wrong, Sky, Immortal and the rest are probably here for the Heaven's Fate Flower. But where are they? Could they be plotting against us in the dark? Blood-shaking Immortal looked around, but didn't sense any danger. It's better for us to be careful. Space Emperor also thought so. Lin Fei was clear that Sky, Immortal and the rest couldn't appear now. They might even be regretting it. In reality, they could see the situation outside, but they couldn't speak. 5 Heaven's Fate Flower. Sky, Immortal slapped himself. Lin Fei, I'm going to kill you. They had indeed come for the Destiny Flower. According to the information he had gathered, he knew that there was a treasure in this ancient land, and it was an extremely rare one. But no matter how he thought about it, he couldn't figure out that it was the Destiny Flower. Sky In, you have to compensate us for your losses this time. Yi Qing Undying stared at Sky In Undying. Yes, if you didn't insist on dealing with Immortal Bloodshaker and the others, how could the Heaven's Mandate Flower have a chance? It's all your fault. Not only did we lose the Destiny Flower, but we're also trapped in this space. Heavenly In Undying instantly became the target of ridicule. Puff. He opened his mouth and spat out a mouthful of blood. Heavenly In Undying never thought that such a scene would happen. There was nothing more shocking than being here. How would I know? Big Brother Hanshue, I think this matter should not be delayed. Let's go and collect it immediately, lest a long night brings many dreams. Lin Fei suggested. Even without the Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain Undying Realm expert. But Su Shan's Undying was still there. Master, they're here. The little devil's voice resounded in his mind. A square seal came from the sky and landed on the Heaven's Mandate Flower. I'm sorry, we're taking the Heaven's Mandate Flower. Thunder Yuan Undying came out of the seal. I can only say that you guys are too slow. You can't blame others for this. When the square seal appeared, the Heaven's Mandate Flower below seemed to disappear. Not good. Blood Hanshue Undying's expression was ugly. A moment of hesitation, and someone got it first. What treasure this was, Blood Hanshue Undying was clear. It was Su Shan's unique Su Shan seal, a powerful offensive and defensive treasure. There was even a small space inside that could be used for short-distance teleportation. It was because of the Su-Shan Seal's unique effect that Thunder Yuan Undying was able to arrive first and control the Heaven's Mandate Flower first. Thunder Yuan, what is the meaning of this? This Heaven's Mandate Flower was clearly found first. Blood Hanshua Undying was unwilling. Thunder Yuan Undying stood on the Su-Shan Seal. You're not convinced? Then come and take it. Being able to find the Heaven's Mandate Flower, Thunder Yuan Undying's mood wasn't just good. The Heaven's Mandate Flower was being suppressed by the Su-Shan Seal. To take it back, he had to break the seal first. And the Su-Shan Seal was an intermediate undying treasure. I'm afraid you don't have the strength. Thunder Yuan Undying said in disdain. If I were you, I would immediately turn and leave. That's the wisest choice. Everyone attacked together. How would Blood Hanshua Undying be willing to give up on the Heaven's Mandate Flower? No matter what, he had to try. If Sky Ocean and Grand Cloud Mountains Undying were here, Blood Hanshua Undying might hesitate. But apart from Su-Shan and the other two, there was no one else. If he didn't try, Blood Hanshua Undying wouldn't be satisfied. Blood Hanshua Undying transmitted to everyone and arranged their task. As expected of the core of the ancient alliance, in such a short period of time, everything was arranged properly. Lin Fei naturally arranged their tasks too. Their physical bodies were strong, and they were strong enough to attack the Su-Shan Seal, making it hard for Thunder Yuan Undying to control, giving them a chance. Once there was a chance, Space Emperor would attack and steal the Heaven's Mandate Flower. Attack! Blood Hanshua Undying grabbed his axe and attacked immediately. With a flash of light, he slashed at Thunder Yuan Undying's position. Space Emperor's body flickered and disappeared, not leaving a trace behind. As for Immortal Flower, he waved his hand and summoned countless vines that surrounded the area, forming a special vacuum zone. Blood Hanshua, you aren't my opponent, especially when I have the initiative. Thunder Yuan Undying laughed and controlled the Su-Shan Seal's power to form a barrier. At the same time, a door opened. Thunder Yuan Undying didn't plan on fighting head-on with Blood Hanshua Undying. He was prepared to escape. Getting the Heaven's Mandate Flower was his biggest reward. Space Emperor, if the Su-Shan Seal doesn't break, you won't have a chance. Thunder Yuan Undying seemed to have predicted Blood Hanshua Undying's method. He wasn't anxious at all and even spoke with a mocking tone. Open! Thunder Yuan Undying never treated Blood Hanshua Undying as anything. However, the moment he said that, a silhouette charged over. Black-clothed, black hair. He arrived below the Su-Shan Seal. Spacetime God's spear stabbed out. Spacetime power gathered at one point and slammed into the Su-Shan Seal. Thunder Yuan Undying said calmly, Spacetime power, don't even think about it. Before he finished, Gotcha! A hole was pierced through the barrier. The Spacetime God's spear followed along and slammed into the Su-Shan Seal. Boundless power surged over, causing the ground to tremble. The Su-Shan Seal that was as sturdy as a mountain was shaken. Su-Shan Seal isn't much. Lin Fei turned into a stream of light and charged in. Thunder Yuan Undying, try taking a few of my spear strikes. Lin Fei laughed loudly. With a thrust of his spear, 6 paths of reincarnation appeared and pressed down on his opponent. Mobile version, Chapter 3774. Using the Void Mountain Seal, Thunder Immortal thought he could suppress all the ancient Alliance Undyings. Despite all his calculations, he underestimated one person. A person he had never faced before. The moment he attacked, he broke the Void Mountain Seal and even attacked himself. The power of the 6 paths of reincarnation crushed down. Thunder Immortal's power surged out and turned into a barrier. You guys go collect the Destiny Flower, I will deal with this person. The 2 Undyings that came with him replied and left. However, their luck wasn't too good as they met Space Emperor's attack. Layers of formless walls formed. They looked formless but were actually tangible, restraining them. Lin Fei, leave this to me. Space Emperor was in a good mood. If you want to pick the Destiny Flower, you have to get past me first. The spatial imprint shot towards the Destiny Flower. The Destiny Flower that was originally in sight was instantly covered by layers of space. It looked like it was right in front of them, but it was affected by the space. Without breaking space, no one could get the Destiny Flower. This was Space Emperor's unique spatial ability. Leave this person to me. Lin Fei smiled. The space-time god's spear in his hand stabbed out continuously. Thousands of mountains kept striking in front of Thunder Immortal. Weren't you very impressive just now? Now try again. He went all out. Balls of power exploded in front of Thunder Immortal. No matter how Thunder Immortal tried to block, the opponent's power seeped in, forcing him to defend again and again. Pooh! Another strike. This time, he attacked from the weak point. A spear stabbed into Thunder Immortal's left arm, causing half of it to explode. Thunder Immortal, looks like you aren't my opponent. Lin Fei shook his head. And I thought you were strong. Thunder Immortal spat out blood. If you have the ability, let me attack first. From the start, Thunder Immortal was at a disadvantage. He had no chance to retaliate. And the opponent's strength made him, an undying, feel ashamed. Too strong. The opponent's spear technique was able to attack from the weak points, unknowingly raising its power. Again. It was an almost unchanging attack, but in the eyes of the Thunder Origin Immortal, he did not dare to take it head-on. Sky Sea, Grand Cloud Mountain Fellis, where the hell did you all go? Thunder Element Immortal underestimated Lin Fei's strength, and could only pray for another Undying to appear. Retreat. He continued to retreat. Outside, Immortal Shaker and the others all sucked in a breath of cold air. This fellow really hides his strength. Immortal Bloodshaker didn't expect Lin Fei to be so strong. In a one-on-one situation, the Thunder Elemental Immortal was actually not a match for him and was even forced to retreat. Fortunately, our Ancient League has Lin Fei. Otherwise, it would have been a nightmare. Who would want to be enemies with someone like him? Now that Gu Meng was weak, there was finally hope. Everyone, do your best. Once the Void Mountain Seal is broken, they will lose for sure. Blood-shaking Undying was also curious. Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountains Undying didn't appear, but it was best if they didn't appear. This was a rare opportunity. In the miniature space, Heavenly Een Undying was suppressed, completely losing his temper. Everyone was filled with rage. But when he saw Lin Fei and the Thunder Elemental Immortals clash, his face became even uglier and even more complicated. How can he be so strong? Too exceptional. They were all Undying, but how were they supposed to face him? Thunder Elemental Immortal was an old Undying. Right now he could only defend. Even if they didn't clash, if he faced such an attack, he would probably be unable to block it. Savage to the point of being a complete mess. So strong, how can I take revenge? Heavenly Een Undying once again lost his temper. In a direct confrontation, he could block the first wave, but could he block the second wave? This question not only appeared in Heavenly Een Undying's heart, but also in the hearts of the other Undying. How did 10,000 Sky Empire produce such a monster? He wasn't a true Undying, but his fighting strength, no matter who it was, they would feel ashamed. Their entire life of cultivation was wasted. Now their only hope was that Thunder Elemental Immortal could turn the situation around. Void Mountain Seal. Thunder Elemental Immortal's body was hit countless times. The Void Mountain Seal was retracted, turning into an armor that covered his body. From head to toe, other than his eyes, nothing else was exposed. Lin Fei, you hid so deeply. After being wrapped in the armor, Thunder Elemental Immortal seemed to gain some confidence. But it won't be so easy for you to kill me. Bloodshaker Immortal transmitted to Lin Fei, be careful, this is the Void Mountain armor, formed from the Void Mountain seal. It can raise strength, Void Mountain's most famous treasure. Thunder Elemental Immortal's aura rose, but it couldn't be hidden from Lin Fei's eyes. Finally willing to go all out, Yi Xiaolong laughed, pulling a distance before stopping. Everyone says that Void Mountain's undying is very strong. Now I will give you a chance to attack, in case you don't have a chance later. Thunder Elemental Immortal was so furious he almost spat out blood, forcefully stopping himself. Thankfully he had the armor, otherwise, his ugly expression would be very embarrassing. Arrogant fella. Thunder Elemental Immortal stepped out, grabbing with his 5 fingers. Void Mountain, suppress. With this grab, a majestic mountain appeared, causing the void to sink and imperceptibly collapse. That was just a warm-up. Now you will see how strong our Void Mountain is. Thunder Elemental Immortal was very confident now. His strength had increased. His defense had increased. Then, dealing with you, Lin Fei, is just a matter of a single word. With this grab, the Void Mountain pressed down, causing time to seem to stop. Even Lin Fei was affected. Thunder Elemental Immortal's face was filled with disdain. "And, even if you control space-time, how would you know how strong our Void Mountain is? I thought you were strong, but you are only SOSO. Lin Fei, who seemed to be suppressed, suddenly spoke up. The space-time divine spear in his hand pierced out gently. At that moment, all distance seemed to be ignored. You can still move. Thunder Elemental Immortal felt pain in his forehead. The Void Mountain Seal's armor was pierced by the other party's spear, plunging him into endless darkness. This Void Mountain Undying expert fell from the sky. The moment he landed, all the life essence in his body was plundered. Sorry, I am too strong. If I wasn't careful, I would have killed your Thunder Elemental Immortal. Yi Xiaolong grinned, revealing his white teeth as he spoke to the 2 Undying experts. The 2 Undying experts of Mount Su were utterly shocked. While they were in a daze, Space Emperor's attack landed on them, causing them to fly far away. After getting up, they didn't dare to stay any longer, summoning their space gate and leaving. They didn't even want to take another look, running away with pale faces. Blood-shaking Immortal and the others all stopped. A pseudo-Undying killed a true Undying. Chapter 3775. I didn't just kill an Undying, there's no need to make such a big fuss, right? Thunder Elemental Immortal indeed didn't feel strong to Lin Fei. All sorts of flaws could be seen on his body. In terms of strength, he couldn't compare. From the start to the end, Lin Fei only used 80% of his strength. This was still him trying to fight an Undying to learn more about their battle technique. If he really wanted to kill the Immortal, he only needed 3 moves. Killing an Undying in 3 moves, that was already shocking. Because of this, Lin Fei decisively used the opponent as a warm-up, forcing the opponent to use his ultimate move, which was how he killed the Immortal. Now it seems like it was still very flashy. At this time, Lin Fei didn't want to be too high-profile. After all, the old emperor was restraining the various powers. If he showed himself now, he would be noticed, which was not what he wanted. Space Emperor came to Lin Fei's side and took back the Void Mountain seal, not knowing whether to laugh or cry. You really didn't come, but the moment you did, you caused such a huge commotion. A pseudo-Undying killing a true Undying, if this gets out, who knows how many people will be shocked. You'll definitely become a legend. Lin Fei said, actually, I didn't think that the Thunder Elemental Immortal would be so weak. Space Emperor and the other blood-shaking Immortals instantly had black lines on their heads. This is weak. You're making those Undyings too ashamed to show their faces. Kid, you killed the Thunder Elemental Immortal. This Void Mountain seal belongs to you. Space Emperor decided to change the topic. Saying this in front of this guy was too much of a blow. Void Mountain seal is a good item. The Blood Shaker Undying said, only your space-time power can pierce through the Void Mountain seal. Ordinary Undying like us are helpless. Now that Void Mountain has lost a Void Mountain seal, he'll probably be in pain for a long time. Ah! Everyone laughed. Lin Fei actually knew how powerful the Void Mountain seal was. That spear attack had to be several times more powerful to break through the seal's defense. Just like what was said, this Void Mountain seal was too overpowered. Lin Fei smiled as he took the seal. Then I won't be polite. After taking the seal, everyone's focus was on the Heaven Fate flower. I didn't think our ancient alliance would have the chance to get it too. Blood-shaking Immortal exclaimed. This was truly a good item. It was a priceless item that could not be found on the market. This Heaven Fate flower, you guys split it. Lin Fei suddenly said, shocking everyone. How can we do that? Immortal Bloodshaker was the first to disagree. Heaven's Mandate flower, you have to have one, otherwise we don't want it. Snatching the Destiny flower from Undying Su Shan's hands, Lin Fei was definitely one of the greatest heroes present. Lin Fei was the first to charge into the Void Mountain seal. Void Mountain seal was taken by Lin Fei. The Heaven's Fate flower was precious, and with Lin Fei's strength, other than a few people, there was really nothing to fear. Moreover, he still had the little fiend. If someone really wanted to kill him, he would be the first to know. This treasure was no longer that important. My Void Mountain seal is enough. Lin Fei smiled. This time we killed Su Shan's Undying. If they take revenge, my skin is thick, they can't kill me. But you guys are different. With that, the Undyings didn't know what to say. Alright, let's quickly divide it. If the people from Sky Sea and the Grand Cloud Mountain come, then we would really be happy for nothing. Immortal Bloodshaker also knew that these words were true. We'll listen to Brother Lin. The Flower of Destiny was picked and distributed internally. No one noticed that Lin Fei had quietly taken away the Heaven's Fate flower. Master, our luck is pretty good. There's actually a seed left behind by the Destiny flower here. This kind of seed would only be trash in the hands of others. Only in your hands will it be of great use. Lin Fei had given up on the Destiny flower because of this seed. Compared to the Destiny flower, this seed was undoubtedly more beneficial. Letting them divide the Destiny flower, Lin Fei didn't feel any heartache. This way, there wasn't much to say. In Lin Fei's hands, with the help of the little fiend, he could perfectly grow it. With the power of space and time, the Destiny flower could grow. At that time, no matter what, Lin Fei would obtain more Destiny flowers than now. To Lin Fei, it was just a bit of time. What Lin Fei didn't lack the least was time. Coming out of the ancient land, everyone didn't meet the Undying from Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain. They couldn't help but feel it was strange. No matter how they guessed, they couldn't connect it to Lin Fei suppressing them. Lin Fei, we'll probably have to go into seclusion for a while. Let's first refine the Destiny flower. Immortal Bloodshaker said, you guys need to be careful. Su Shan and the others definitely won't let this go. Lin Fei nodded. You guys are the same. The Destiny flower is priceless. If they leak the news, it's hard to guarantee that people won't come to rob us. Immortal Bloodshaker said coldly, they don't have the guts. Our ancient alliance isn't that easy to barge into. Bloodshaker, do you think the Undying from Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain were taken care of by Lin Fei? Space Emperor watched as Lin Fei left and said in a low voice. Immortal Bloodshaker laughed bitterly. This Lin Fei is really a guy full of secrets. Even an expert of the same level as us like Thunder Origin Immortal was killed. Space Emperor sighed. Luckily I got to know this brat Lin Fei first. If not for that, he might have become our nightmare. Regardless of whether Cloud Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain's Undying is related to Lin Fei, it's not bad for us. Immortal Bloodshaker said, I'm afraid when Myriad World Mountain opens, our Lin Fei will become a peak existence. Peak. Space Emperor's eyes widened. Lin Fei didn't return to the Death Army directly. Instead, he went to a place where no one was around and even laid down a formation. After swallowing the pill, he seemed to be healing. And at this moment, in the void, a treasure wrapped around the ninth prince. Ha! The heavens are helping me. So you, Lin Fei, are also injured. Seems like it's not light. I was nearly tricked by you. The ninth prince laughed loudly. What had happened in the primordial land had given the ninth prince quite a fright. Thunder Origin Immortal was killed. There was nothing scarier than this. Between undyings, to kill the other, one needed to have overwhelming strength. Under normal circumstances, victory or defeat could be decided, but life or death was too difficult. However, to kill an undying like this, and a pseudo-undying at that, was the scariest. The ninth prince was about to give up, but he gritted his teeth and decided to go all out. He was sure that Lin Fei would be injured. Not showing it was just him holding on. Now, his gamble paid off. I can't do it alone, I need to find them. I believe they are very willing to kill Lin Fei. Chapter 3776. Outside the ancient land, the two immortal realm experts of Mount Su were restlessly resting in the void. I really didn't think that Thunder Yuan Immortal would be killed by that Lin Fei, an undying expert said with lingering fear. Damn it! That Lin Fei hid too deeply. If not, how could Thunder Yuan Immortal be killed? After they saw it, they didn't dare to attack and chose to flee. To be able to kill Thunder Yuan Immortal head-on, he could definitely kill them too. If they didn't leave, they would die for sure. They had suffered heavy losses this time. The death of an undying had a huge impact on Su Mountain. Towards Lin Fei, other than fear, they also hated him. They didn't know how to explain when they returned. Even though they weren't afraid of being criticized, this was still a humiliation that would affect them for a long time. Wait, Ninth Prince sent a message saying that Lin Fei was injured and everything before was fake. He hopes that we can join hands and kill Lin Fei. Su Mountain Undying Lei Tiansong's expression suddenly changed and revealed joy. The other Undying Chen Ye also moved. Really, it better not be a trap. What if he did it on purpose? If we go, what if? Ninth Prince hates Lin Fei to the bone. He definitely wouldn't lie to us. Lei Tiansong Undying was brought into Su Mountain by Thunder Yuan. In Su Mountain, Thunder Yuan Immortal was his support. Now that Thunder Yuan Immortal died, it affected him greatly. Even though he was an Undying, there was still a gap between him and Thunder Yuan Immortal. Naturally, he hated Lin Fei. I think that Lin Fei must have used some secret technique to be able to kill Thunder Yuan Immortal as a pseudo-Undying. Who knows, he might have to pay some price. What if it's true? Lei Tiansong Undying said. Then we'll have made a huge contribution. If we can capture Lin Fei alive. Chen Ye Undying thought. The two of them had the same opinion. They decided to go take a look. Ninth Prince Huang Jingshen was watching from the dark. To test whether Lin Fei was really injured, he specially caught a God Emperor level beast from afar. In the end, this test really revealed a problem. Although Lin Fei had killed the God Emperor beast, he had also vomited blood. Be it in terms of movement or strength, both were greatly affected. If this wasn't an injury, what else could it be? If it was possible, Huang Jingshen really wanted to kill his way out and capture Lin Fei alive. Lin Fei had a big secret on him. Ignoring everything else, just the pseudo-undying killing technique alone was enough to pique Huang Jingshen's interest. If he obtained it, not only would his strength skyrocket, he could even train a group of confidants. All of them would be pseudo-immortals, but they could kill true immortals. Huang Jingshen wanted to laugh at the thought of such a good thing. For the sake of safety, Huang Jingshen endured it and decided to wait for them to arrive before acting together. He believed that they would accept his suggestion. After all, he had brought a powerful royal treasure with him. Master, the two Su Shan Undying experts are here. Imp reminded. Lin Fei had been acting for several days and finally had some result. Indeed, greed takes one's life. I didn't wait for so long in vain. Lin Fei thought, after dealing with them, naturally no one will know about me. being high profile wasn't Lin Fei's intention. They still don't know that this is a fatal trap. For example, that ninth prince still thinks he's infallible. Your Majesty, you've done a great service. Lei Tianzong Undying came silently. You're too polite. Huang Jingshan said, this kid is so young and has such an evil method. Since he dared to kill Su Shan Lei Yuan Undying, he naturally has to pay the price. The royal family and Su Shan had a deep relationship. Huang Jingshan saying this naturally meant that he was on the same side as Su Shan. I've used the God Emperor beast to test him. Right now, Lin Fei only has 20 to 30% of his strength. Huang Jingshan said, when I take out my treasure, he'll only have 10% of his strength left. At that time, suppressing him won't be a problem. Lei Tianzong and Chen Ye's impression of the ninth prince became much better. A prince was indeed a prince. He was indeed different. Then what are we waiting for? Let's not waste time and make our move now. Chen Ye said. Let's do it now. Lei Tianzong said, then I'll have to trouble your Majesty to take out your treasure. Of course. Huang Jingshan smiled. He could finally make his move. In order to deal with Lin Fei, he had been suppressing his anger for the past few days. Now, he could finally release it. Lin Fei die. Since Lin Fei didn't have his full strength, Huang Jingshan didn't have anything to worry about. He took out a treasure. The moment the treasure was taken out, a large suppress word appeared in the air and suppressed the heaven and earth. This was the royal family's treasure, suppress word. It could suppress a portion of one's strength. The prerequisite was that the opponent wasn't too strong. Once the opponent was stronger than the user, the effect would be greatly suppressed. The reason why Huang Jingshan brought out this treasure was because he wanted to suppress Lin Fei's strength endlessly. I'll have to trouble you two to make your move. Activating the treasure consumed a lot of energy. The main ones were Lei Tianzong and Chen Ye. With them, there would be no mistake. How did you know I was here? Lin Fei spat out a mouthful of blood. Even his movements were affected. This is the royal family's suppress word. Huang Jingshan was completely at ease. You panicked. If you weren't injured, what else could it be? All his worries from before were thrown to the nine heavens. This time, he was going to eat Lin Fei for sure. Huang Jingshan said proudly, Great General, you've calculated everything, but you didn't expect me to follow you. You thought that you've deceived yourself, but you're still one step behind. Do you regret it now? Lin Fei, you killed Su Shan Undying. This time, you won't be able to escape. Lei Tianzong was filled with hatred. He waved his hand and unleashed a powerful sacred art. Fifth lightning strike. Boom boom boom. Sacred arts were unleashed easily. 5 bolts of lightning struck down. Each one had the power of an undying. With 5 bolts, he didn't plan on giving Lin Fei any chance to resist. Earthbind. Chen Ye Undying wasn't idle either. He also unleashed a sacred art. Under the ground, many tentacles extended out, locking onto Lin Fei and binding him tightly. After witnessing Lin Fei's strength, they didn't dare to get close. In the end, it was because they were fearful. Luckily, Lin Fei was injured. Lei Tianzong and Chen Ye Undying weren't that worried. Especially after suppressing a portion of his strength and unleashing sacred arts, Lin Fei definitely wouldn't be able to take it. Rumble, rumble, rumble. The sacred art landed on Lin Fei's body, creating an arc of light. You guys really came. For you guys to come, I wasted so many days. Lin Fei raised his head, revealing a faint smile. The lightning on his body dissipated. Not good, leave quickly. Lei Tianzong Undying thought to himself. They were tricked. Lin Fei wasn't injured at all. Impossible, he's definitely tricking us. Huang Jingshan sneered. Lin Fei flicked his finger and landed on the seal word. Huang Jingshan groaned and spat out a mouthful of blood. Chapter 3777. At this moment, Lin Fei didn't look like he was injured at all. He was full of energy. Huang Jingshan's mind went blank after that strike. A huge power kept on crushing him, shattering his bones and smashing him into the ground. He couldn't move at all, he could only open his eyes wide and spit out blood. "Since you're already here, why leave?" Lin Fei said calmly. Reaching out, Lin Fan spread his fingers wide open, and a terrifying power shrouded the entire void. Lei Tiansong and Chenia were both undying beings. They didn't get very far before they couldn't move at all. They were firmly suppressed by a wave of power, and then they were sucked back. Why is this happening? Lei Tiansong was about to collapse. This Lin Fei was terrifyingly strong. He was an undying. "Lin Fei, you can't kill us!" Lei Tiansong roared. "We are Su Shan undying. If you kill us, Su Shan won't let you off. Our Su Shan's strength isn't as simple as you think." Chenia couldn't sit still anymore. Lin Fei smiled faintly. "I'm sorry. I don't have any feelings for Su Shan. On the other hand, you guys are of great use to me. If you want to blame someone, you can only blame yourselves. You shouldn't have attacked me." He spat out. The two Su Shan undying didn't even have a chance to struggle, instantly collapsing and turning into large amounts of pure life essence. Lin Fei opened his mouth and sucked it all into his body. "Ninth Prince, you were happy for nothing. How do you feel about this?" Lin Fei raised his hand and grabbed Huang Jingshan, slapping him in the face. Half of Huang Jingshan's face swelled up. Lin Fei, I am the 9th prince of the royal family." Huang Jingshan was calm, but he didn't realize that his voice was shaking. Undying was killed just like that. He was even eaten in the end. For a prince, this was a terrifying shock. That was Su Shan undying. Lei Tiansong and Chenia were considered top-tier experts, but in front of Lin Fei, they couldn't even withstand a single blow. How was the 9th prince supposed to accept this? The 9th prince finally realized that he was asking for trouble when he tried to deal with Lin Fei with his identity as a member of the imperial family. Now, he had really shot himself in the foot. Their lives were in each other's hands. Lin Fei laughed. "Do you think that after I killed undying Su Shan, I would still care about your royal family? You can't kill me. I can help you," Huang Jingshan shouted. In his heart there was only fear. Now, he didn't even dare to say anything harsh. He still had some brains. Undying Su Shan was killed just like that. A living undying was definitely a great deterrent, but in front of Lin Fei, he was killed just like that. Lin Fei laughed. "I thought you would be like them." I don't dare. Huang Jingshan's voice was weak. "Then do your job well." Lin Fei patted half of Huang Jingshan's face. "When the time comes, you'll be good, I'll be good, and everyone will be good." Lin Fei returned to the Azure Dragon territory. Huang Jingshan went back first. Even after returning to the Azure Dragon territory and having guards by his side, he still couldn't muster up any thoughts of resistance. That great general was a terrifying existence. An undying was no different. Let alone a prince like him. In front of him, probably only someone of his father's level could make Lin Fei feel fear. As for a prince like him, he was no different from an ant. Luckily, he survived. Huang Jingshan decided to be well-behaved and not offend General Lin Fei anymore. "Master, that guy is completely well-behaved." The little demon stared at Huang Jingshan's every move. Lin Fei didn't care about Huang Jingshan, he was terrified. 3 undyings, those were peak experts. In the end, they died. Any normal person would understand what that means. Leaving Huang Jingshan alive was because Lin Fei didn't want to expose him. Su Shan undying wasn't afraid of killing him. But the 9th prince was dead, so the situation was different. That old emperor's strength was something that Lin Fei was wary of. The little demon's analysis wouldn't be wrong. Su Shan undying was different from the 9th prince. Even if the latter had 100 guts, he wouldn't dare to say anything. As long as he had such thoughts, he could kill the other at any time. Then what about Sky Ocean and Grand Cloud Mountain's undyings? The little demon asked. Let's leave them alone for now. There's no rush. Lin Fei smiled. There's one more important thing that I need to do. He waved his hand and laid down a formation, separating them layer by layer. A seed that couldn't be seen landed in his hand. It was the Destiny Flower. The Undying's matter could be put aside, but the Destiny Flower seed was the most important. Lin Fei planned to use the remaining time to nurture the Destiny Flower. That was a great life-saver. Actually, Master can plant it in the mini-space, the little demon suggested. That place is safe. If we suppress them, they'll be the best fighters. This suggestion made Lin Fei excited. The importance of the Destiny Flower didn't need to be said. As for how long it would take, Lin Fei didn't dare guarantee it. If it was planted in the mini-space, it would be an extra layer of protection, especially when there were Undyings inside. I'll go in and take a look. Lin Fei kept the Destiny Flower seed. Within the mini-space, Sky Een Undying and the other Undyings all had serious expressions. The two Undyings of Sushan were killed. They all saw it clearly. It could be said that they were filled with fear, that Lin Fei had become a demon king in their eyes. They all regretted offending Lin Fei, who knew that this bronze-looking guy would become a king in the blink of an eye. Tian Een, you're the one who started this. If Lin Fei really comes in, go apologize yourself, don't drag us down. Sky Een Undying really wanted to slap himself. Even now, he still couldn't understand why that fake Undying Lin Fei was so strong. Undyings could be killed with a wave of his hand. Not good, he's coming in. The seal opened and a silhouette descended into the mini-space. At this time, none of the Undyings dared to make a move. That was a lesson they had learned from the mistakes of their predecessors. Undyings killed just like that, they couldn't resist at all, causing their scalps to go numb. Great General, our Grand Cloud Mountain never planned to be enemies with you. Yi Qing Undying took the initiative to speak. He hoped that while Lin Fei didn't know, it would be best if he could trick him. As for making a move, forget it. Yi Qing Undying himself didn't have the confidence. Lin Fei smiled as he looked at Yi Qing Undying. You sure you don't have such thoughts? Being looked at like that, Yi Qing Undying's heart felt weak. After all, they indeed had plans to ambush Ancient Alliance, which naturally included Lin Fei. If he couldn't be used, then he would be destroyed. Sky Een Undying suddenly spoke. Great General, don't listen to that guy's nonsense. Grand Cloud Mountain has always wanted to kill you. I'm willing to redeem myself and kill him. I only ask that Great General spare my life. Chapter 3778. Lin Fei was rather disappointed. He thought these Undyings would team up to deal with him, but it seemed like he overestimated their courage. In reality, it was Lin Fei who stunned them. They were all Undyings, but a pseudo-Undying like him was so outstanding, killing Undyings was as easy as an ant. Which Undyings here weren't afraid of him? They said they would attack together, but if someone didn't help out, then wouldn't the one who died be them? It was because of such thoughts that everyone decided not to attack. Dead Undyings were after all far from being as strong as living ones. This point was something all the Undyings here understood. Your Grand Cloud Mountain wants to kill me. Lin Fei suddenly laughed. Yi Qing Undying hurriedly explained, Great General, you've misunderstood. I really don't have any intentions of dealing with you. It's all that bastard Sky Een spouting nonsense. Great General, don't listen to his words. Our Grand Cloud Mountain really doesn't have any intentions of being enemies with you. Another Grand Cloud Mountain Undying said. Sky Sea's Undyings weren't willing to lower their heads. If Great General Lin Fei listened to their words, then wouldn't Sky Sea's Undyings be in trouble? This definitely couldn't happen. Great General, our Sky Sea is willing to kill these Undyings for you. In an instant, Grand Cloud Mountain and Sky Sea were like fire and water. Ambushing Great General Lin Fei was now trapped in a miniature space. No matter what, someone had to take responsibility. Lin Fei said indifferently, Originally I was prepared to wipe you all out. After all, you have to pay the price for ambushing me. However, I'm in a good mood today. Between Grand Cloud Mountain and Sky Sea, someone has to come out and give an explanation. As for how, you all should understand. Explanation. Everyone naturally understood. If Great General Lin Fei was just a normal pseudo-undying, what explanation was there to talk about? He wouldn't even look at him. But not anymore. A pseudo-undying could easily kill undyings, and a Su Shan undying at that. Even if they had 100 guts, they still wouldn't think they could fight against Lin Fei. Wasn't it just an explanation? That was simple. Rumble! The battle erupted. Grand Cloud Mountain attacked first, dealing with Sky Sea's Sky Een undying. Lin Fei stood still, allowing the energy waves to hit his body. He didn't even frown, and a faint smile appeared on his lips. This is the pressure brought by strength. Lin Fei was in a very good mood. If undying Su Shan and the others were unlucky, then Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain definitely wouldn't have acted so honestly. It would have been a dogfight. This was why an undying expert couldn't be humiliated. The battle was one-sided. Sky Sea didn't have many undyings. How could they withstand Grand Cloud Mountain's attacks? They killed 3 undyings one after another, but Grand Cloud Mountain also paid a heavy price. All of them were poisoned. Sky Een undying's methods were quite terrifying. Great General, fortunately I did not disappoint you. Yi Qing undying held Sky Een undying's head. Lin Fei said with a smile, your battle was very exciting and exciting. I'm very satisfied. However, you can be spared from death, but you can't avoid punishment. Do you have any objections? Yi Qingxian was already prepared. It was not easy to survive from the hands of Great General Lin Fei. It would be lucky if he didn't die. We accept the punishment. Yi Qingxian's attitude was very proper. After all, facing such a master, who dared to be disobedient. Lin Fei briefly explained the punishment. Yi Qingxian naturally had no objections. Wasn't it just guarding the destiny flower? Once it matured, they could leave. This kind of punishment was considered relatively light. It also made them let out a long sigh of relief. The miniature space was refined by Lin Fei again, imprinted with a spirit sense imprint, and completely became an object in his hands. After spending some time, Lin Fei successfully planted the destiny flower seed, and even set up a formation that sped up time. The undyings of Grand Cloud Mountain also began to guard the seed. Lin Fei was finally able to put down his worries. Little did he know. The influence of the ancient land began to ferment in secret. Su Shan. A special space hidden within a spatial node. A large mountain shrouded in clouds and mist. Flickering with all sorts of runes, one look and you could tell it was not ordinary. This was Su Shan. At the peak of Su Shan, within a palace shrouded in mist, the atmosphere was extremely tense. Numerous undyings had sunken expressions. In front of them, the 3 crystal balls were broken into pieces. Who would have thought that this time, our Su Shan would suffer such heavy losses, losing 3 undyings, including Thunder Element undyings. The remaining undyings of Su Shan had a serious expression. They, who stood high above, had never thought that they would suffer such losses. 3 undyings. These weren't 3 normal undyings. Have you investigated? The black-cloved undyings at the very top slowly spoke. Yunhai, Sky Een Immortal and the others have all disappeared. Cloud Mountain's Yi Qing Immortal is the same. Only the Ancient Alliance's people have returned safe and sound. I suspect that this matter has something to do with the Ancient Alliance. Of them, the biggest suspect is General Lin Fei. In the void, a black-clothed secret agent walked out. Great General Lin Fei. Su Shan undyings had heard of this person. But for this to be related to Lin Fei, this made it hard for them to accept. Is there a mistake? Great General Lin Fei, everyone knew he was a pseudo-undyings. His strength was not ordinary, able to fight against undyings, but not strong enough to win against Su Shan undyings. We are only suspecting it temporarily. The black-clothed secret agent lowered his head. Then continue investigating. We must find out who killed Thunder Element Undyings and them. The black-clothed Undyings said, Our Su Shan has never suffered such losses. No matter who it is, they will face the fury of our Su Shan. Su Shan indeed had the right to say such words. Sky Sea and Grand Cloud Mountain's losses were even worse. Sky Sea Undyings died, they couldn't find out who did it, but they all suspected Gu Meng. Grand Cloud Mountain was fine, the Undyings didn't die, but they were all gone, as if they vanished into thin air. This made Grand Cloud Mountain heave a sigh of relief, but also felt fear. Everything seemed to point towards Gu Meng. Investigate. The secret agents began to move. If Undyings died, then so be it. But they had to find out who did it. Such a huge loss, someone had to pay the price. This wave of disturbance also quietly spread. Who knew how many top powers' faces changed when they found out? The death of 1 or 2 Undyings was a big matter, but this time the losses were so huge it was definitely explosive news. The only one fine was Gu Meng's Undyings. In a moment, everyone was even more fearful of Gu Meng. No matter what, Gu Meng had gained a huge advantage this time, and was even hiding a huge secret. As Gu Meng's Undyings, everyone was baffled. Many Undyings within the circle all probed, causing them to not know what to say. They themselves weren't clear on this matter. They wanted to explain, but didn't know what to say.